All right, welcome back to another episode of Small Guys Podcast. Today we are doing the best movie franchises bracket on bracketfights.com. First, we're going to talk House of the Dragons now that we're halfway through officially through the first season. Done with episode 5. We don't have Mike today, but we do have a more handsome guest, if I may say, Spencer Mullins.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Welcome.
Appreciate it. Big week to fill, I know. With my
Your life is changing from here, young man.
Yeah.
maybe tight shirts to fill.
Yeah, you need some creatine in the background.
No, we did. Our podcast just went up in look ratings by about 3.5 points. I'll give you that.
300%.
Mhm.
We're now a 4. Now 4 out of 10.
Thanks, Spence. Couldn't do this without you.
So House of the Dragons were the first 5 episodes through, halfway through the season. Let's, for the first couple minutes, not get into spoilers right away. So if you haven't seen it yet, you're fine. Spence, I know I've asked them a couple times what they've thought through the first few episodes, Brian and Aiden, but what do you think so far, halfway through the season?
Halfway through the season, man, I am intrigued.
Yeah.
I am invested for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like starting off, it was a little slow, seemed a little I don't know, not like in a Game of Thrones way. It felt like I was just watching another TV show, but
Yeah.
episode 2 and then definitely episode 3 with Daemon going crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely felt a little more Game of Thrones, especially this last one, man. I know we're not going to talk about it just yet, but oof.
Yeah.
Game of
Is Daemon
Thrones
your
all the
favorite?
way. Game of Thrones all the way. I'm sorry, what?
Is Daemon your favorite?
Dude, he was. He was.
He
I don't
still
know.
might be mine.
I was waiting for
I think
that
he still
'cause
might be.
Spencer texted me and was just like, I think I'm Team Damon. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, what? Because
I think I am for sure.
I think that was by the end of episode 3. He had texted me and he had beat me by like I think 40 minutes because I was out. And I was like, all right, let me watch the episode. And I texted him. I go, I know what you're saying, but I don't know if I'm there yet.
No,
and then after episode 4, I was like, I can't support that.
Yeah, it's getting harder as the episodes go on to support his actions, but I'm still Team Damien too.
What's that guy's name again? Is it Matt Smith or?
Yeah,
Matt
Smith.
Smith.
I know that he's like a big star in Doctor Who, but I've only seen
And
him
Morbius fame.
Morbius, and I dreaded his acting from Morbius, thinking that he's a shitty actor, but then he goes on House of the Dragon, and oh man, he's fucking.
He looks sweet with his haircut too.
Yeah, he's sweet,
He
but just his
does,
character
man.
in
He
general,
changed
like
the whole aesthetic there.
Yeah,
they
dude, he
gave
looks
him
sweet.
so much arc in just 5 episodes that he's everyone's favorite character.
I think a
Like,
lot
there's
of
no way.
characters did though too, honestly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like his sticks
5
out the
episodes.
most, especially showing him like killing what was it, the crab feeder?
Yeah, the
Crab King.
Yeah,
Crab.
that
Shit was funny. They go, what did they say? Well, I guess that would get into spoilers. I don't want to say anything just yet. Yeah, we already did. I'm started.
Well, hold on. Before we get into spoilers, obviously, like we know, and you can tell from the trailers and stuff that there's time jumps. Do you like that part of it, Spencer?
Well, yeah. I mean, knowing how the story is gonna end,
Yeah.
I feel like there was some appreciation when
Yeah.
they started a couple years earlier. Like in the first episode, I think they're gonna be technically like 10 years before the actual story. So we got this little 5 episode. I feel like it's a little cherry on top, little prologue that I'm a fan of.
Yeah, because I know in
But
season.
but I am pumped for them to jump ahead to the actual story.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I know in season 7 and 8 of Thrones, people were really pissed off because these characters, it used to be in seasons 1 through 4, 1 through 5, the characters would take half a season to get across Westeros, whereas like in season 7 and 8, next scene they're there, right? So it's like they're almost fucking teleporting or something. So it's cool now with the time jumps and stuff like that, and they're really good about organically telling you how much time has passed. So
Yep. Just like how we
Like
talked
the
about
episode was his second birthday. That's an easy way to say, hey,
Yeah.
it's too
Yep.
bad.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like how we talked about in the last episode, like how they did it with Shawshank.
Yep.
They're really good about organically bringing it up. and then
exactly.
you just kind of figure it out as you go. Like, oh shit, like this does make sense.
Yeah.
They were also
It's
giving
fucking
hints like
cool.
when they were at the what is it, the stone steps or something like that. They go, they've been fighting the war for 3 years now. And then that's
Yeah,
when episode
okay,
3
yeah.
comes in and then Damon goes nutty.
Yeah.
And then
That
it
was
kind of shows like his change of look and demeanor too, because
Yeah.
3 years of war.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
All right. So you guys want to get into spoilers?
Yeah, let me start this off. So
Okay.
I'm gonna Let's let Andrew take his headset off real quick.
Yeah, he's still catching
Andrew,
up.
Andrew, go ahead, take
And
that
if you
headset
and if you
off.
haven't seen House of the Dragon,
skip this part, pause it, mute your headset.
Yeah, we have time slots and stuff for
Yep.
when like the
Or
bracket starts.
and if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, I highly recommend watching that before House of the Dragon.
Me too.
It's a great show.
There
I
was
put
a
it off for a
10-minute
long ass time, and then I watched the entire 8 seasons in less than a month.
Yeah, Spencer, before we start with spoilers, do you think people should watch this before watching Game of Thrones, or do you think you have to watch Game of Thrones first?
I don't know. I think we got to watch the next 5 episodes and see.
See how it ends. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
realistically, I mean, I think you could watch them and still have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't tell too much story, but like you said, 5 more
Definitely, yeah.
episodes, so we don't
Yeah.
know how it's gonna go.
I mean, they don't really overlap other than the main fact that it's Daenerys Targaryen's ancestors, but
Yeah.
nothing here will like hinder watching Game of Thrones, and nothing in Game of Thrones will hinder this because either way, I mean, you know,
My only thing about that though is saying like if you're gonna watch House of the Dragons, you would have to watch all the seasons that are coming in the future, and then even like if they go for 4, you're not watching Game of Thrones for another 5 years, and that's my only
exactly.
thing
That's what I was
about
thinking.
that.
You'd have to
So
sit-
it's like you should. I don't know. I'm on team rip Game of Thrones and then watch this.
Right
And
now,
especially
yeah.
because I'm getting more from House of the Dragons than I did from Game of Thrones solely because I am caught up and I'm watching every episode weekly. Like if I'm not watching it Sunday night, I'm watching it by Monday because I know damn well by Tuesday, anyone that was nice in the office will fucking spoil it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a scene in Game of Thrones, and it came up on my YouTube shorts actually, where it's Joffrey from Game of Thrones is telling someone how Rhaenyra
Yeah.
dies. Did you know that,
the
Spence?
exact end
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
end of the
so-
show, he
I
said.
never saw that. Where at?
Season
It's
3.
it's
Season
in
3.
season 3.
Yeah.
It's like right when what was her
Like the
name?
King in the North episode or something like that.
Yeah. But
Shit.
see, House of the Dragons is based off the books, right? And the books are based off maestros or how do you say them? Their names again? Anyway, those people.
Maesters.
Maesters, yeah, the Maesters have written these stories, so it's based off their perspective. So some of it, like the Rhaenyra and Daemon like hooking up, right? No one really knew if they did or if they didn't, and that's how it's supposed to be because they didn't actually know. It's not through their perspective; it's through So
That's fire as fuck, dude.
like did she take the tea? Right? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know because they don't know. So
yeah.
I like how that is. So technically, she could have a different death than the way Joffrey's explained it, or the way the books have explained it. So I don't know. Really interesting to see.
Yeah.
That's a great point, Josh. I didn't even think about that, honestly.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then there was also a point where in Game of Thrones, I don't remember what season it was, but there's like, it's when Jaime Lannister's in the hot tub with
Bree?
Yeah,
Bree.
Bree, and he goes and it shows like a 30-second clip of him killing the Mad King.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
hopefully we go and I doubt we're gonna see those actors. So nah, I don't
100.
Dude, if it could
72
end
in
where
the
Game of
fast.
Thrones started, though, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, it
No.
definitely will set up for something. They might
Well-
even do it to where they can add like maybe another little short series.
The way
before
the way
start of
I
Game of
was thinking
Thrones.
about it was like I think this is gonna end with the extinction of the dragons, because like with it being in the title and with like Daenerys having the dragons, that was fucking huge. That's why I think that they're gonna end this show with the extinction of them, and like then from there they go all those years without dragons, and then boom, Game of Thrones happens. She has the eggs. She
Yeah,
is the
clear-
fucking dragon queen.
Because Game of Thrones, clearly nobody alive had seen a dragon before.
Right. So that means a
obviously, there's
whole
gotta be at least 100
generation.
years, right?
Yes, exactly. A whole
So we might see
generation.
that ending in
didn't
this House
see
of
it.
Dragons, which
Yeah,
I
because I
agree.
know in this show we're supposed to see 17 dragons, and in season 1 it's supposed to be 9. So
Shit.
I
So
mean, I think we've already
can
seen 3
we-
or 4.
can
yeah,
you
there's-
guys break this down for me? Because my coworker was telling me about it. All the different dragons. Like, how many dragons have we seen at this point? Like, we started off, they had 3, right?
I think we've only seen 3 so far.
And
We'll
We'll
then
see.
see.
3
We'll see like
total,
3
yeah.
more next episode though. If you've seen the
Okay.
Daemon Rhaenyra, we've seen
Then there was that one like kind of grayish one when they were on the bridge. Remember the guy comes out of the clouds?
that's Rhaenyra.
No,
Yeah.
not that scene. It was another one.
Oh well, the 2 were flying in this past episode.
Yeah, but
Don't
there's
you-
3. We've seen 3 so far in House
Yeah.
of the Dragon. It's Damon's,
Okay.
Rhaenyra's.
Rhaenyra's, and then it's one other dragon. There was a third one.
there was
Yeah.
a third one.
Laenor.
when Damon was fighting the crab feeder.
Yeah, when he was fighting the crab feeder during that like battle.
Crab
that
feeder
battle,
Dragon.
another guy came out
Yep.
on a dragon. That's how
Okay.
he didn't die.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was just wondering at this point, because like obviously they come out so late, and technically like every fucking Sunday I'm driving home, so I'm like half exhausted. And by the time I get to Grand
Well, I
Rapids, the
mean-
episode is out. So it's like I watch them, but then like when it comes to the dragons, I'm not paying attention to the color. I guess
well, like the
is my
princess,
flaw.
the Valerian one, the princess.
Mhm.
She has a big ass dragon. They haven't shown her yet, and she was supposed to be. That dragon was supposed to be in this past episode, but she'll be in the next episode, I guess. But she's like over 100 years old, because the older they are, the bigger they get. I mean,
Right.
and like the biggest dragon that they have tracked was over 200 years old, and it was the
Shit.
biggest one. So like as the years go on, like Daenerys's dragons, they were like big for their age, apparently.
They're big.
Two of
So-
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, two of them were like normal size, and then Drogon, the one that she rode.
Drogon. Yeah. And he flew off, so he could get as big.
Yeah.
And two, apparently, I heard too, like the area where they keep the dragons in the dragon dungeon or wherever the hell under the keep, like they don't get that much bigger because of the space that they're in. But if they're in the
See,
wild, they'll
I was
grow
gonna-
big.
gonna, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, are they like a fish? So like a fish tank, like they grow
Yeah.
their fish
Yeah.
tank, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
in
there's a
Game of
couple
Thrones,
wild
they had-
dragons too.
They had the other two trapped beneath the pyramid,
Yeah,
and
Right.
Drogon was free to
Ooh.
roam and fly and eat sheep or whatever. So that's why he got so big.
Fuck, dude. I
And I
might,
think
You
have
also
to,
have to
He's the third largest in Game of Thrones.
I might have to rip a fucking game.
take
of
into
Thrones rewatch.
consideration that they mentioned that there's a dragon out there that like flew away. It's by itself.
I
Remember?
think that's the one
Yeah.
Josh was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That was over
that's
200 years.
yeah, because there's the one that King Viserys flew, but that's at the bottom of the keep, and that's the one that was in Game of Thrones, the skull. You know, the last one that rode through Valyria,
Okay.
Yep.
and that's the one that's skeleton. You know, like the skeleton is underneath the keep. So that was
Shit,
his
okay.
dragon. Then there's one that is out in the wild right now, and I remember she mentions it when they're down looking at his old dragon,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Yeah, she's out." They're like, "Where is she?" And they're like, "She's out there somewhere."
And the little girl that he was almost gonna marry, like
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, she mentions it.
Snake's daughter,
Yep.
Lena or something like that.
Yep.
Said that they
Shit.
can still hear her calling in Marine or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
For
it's about to be
game-
sick. So
For Game of Thrones to end fucking 5 years ago and it to be talked about this much, like obviously House of Dragon sparked more of the conversation, but like that just kind of shows, even though Josh hates the fucking ending, I'll give it
Sucks.
benefit
I
of
hate
the
the
doubt.
ending too.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
It's totally fair.
Okay,
but again,
so-
it wasn't the worst thing, but it is fucking sweet to see like how much is coming back to like everyone. Like there's shit that like I remember that other people don't, and vice versa. Like everyone's just getting filled in. It's like, oh my god, like this is really good, and we're only 5 episodes fucking in. Like
So there-
Spencer called me after the first episode, and we talked for like an hour just about all the references they made, and half of them I didn't even fucking catch. Spencer was like, "You see the Lannister flag?" I go, "What are you talking about? Where?"
Well, that's why I'm not to get into some spoilers before I forget. So, Andrew, if you wanna,
Well, hold on. So
Mute it
there's
up or
one.
what?
So the one I was talking about was Sheep Stealer, by the way. That's a wild dragon. It's 6 times bigger than Drogon was in the show, and it's the fastest dragon to ever be recorded. So I don't know. It's like
Oh.
that's what I'm talking about. So there's so many, and he's the 4th biggest dragon they've ever seen. So
God
there's
damn.
some big ass dragons.
it'd be sweet to get a
Uh,
dragon fight in House of
yo.
the Dragon.
It
Oh,
would-
yeah.
One in the crypt, the largest. Is that?
I think so. I want it,
It
or it's the
was.
2nd largest.
Because the one in the crypt was, I think, the largest so far, but I don't think they've seen that one that's in the wild yet.
No, and
It's
then too,
probably
there's
huge.
one that's like a beautiful golden dragon. I think Aegon gets that one, Aegon the second, and that one, I don't know, that one's like so beautiful that they almost want to change their logo to that one or something. I don't know. I was reading a bunch of videos on it because I was confused as to how many dragons we'd see, but it's crazy. I mean, because next week, I mean, it looks like I don't know, must be. Is it a 10-year jump? I mean, it looks
Yeah,
like a huge ass jump. I don't know if you guys saw the. Yeah. So
I'm
we'll see a
kind
ton of
upset
dragons.
about it. I can't even cap because Rhaenyra and then what's her name? We're casted.
Alicent.
Yeah, we're casted so fucking
Amazing.
well
Yes.
that like I'm almost worried. Like not to discredit these actresses that are coming on. I'm sure they're gonna be fucking great. But these 2 girls who are playing the younger one fucking killed it.
No, in
Like-
next season they'll bring them back for flashbacks for sure.
Well, that was unconfirmed. It's a maybe. From
I feel
what
like they
I
have to.
read.
They did so good.
Well, and that's the thing. It would be a fan service, but at the same time, do we want a fan service or do we want the fucking story to roll the way that what the fuck's his name, George R.R. Martin wants it to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
know?
I'm sure that they're gonna do it well. Like, I mean, I'm not nervous for it.
Yeah.
I know that
Alright.
I mean, these 5 episodes so far have already been.
Viserys has to
perfect,
die,
so-
right? Next episode.
I thought
By
he
the
was
way.
dying. This
Yeah.
I
episode.
can't believe he's still alive.
My-
He's
I'm
100%
pretty
going.
sure this-
next
I'm like, that guy's
episode.
still kicking in the teaser.
They're
Dude,
gonna
I-
probably show
I-
right at the beginning, like him passing away. There's no way that he's still alive for another 10 years. Because
No,
whatever
that-
that jump
that's
is,
pretty
it's
much what I thought.
impossible.
Just
Yeah.
give him some more leeches, bro. He'll be
I
fine.
thought he died like 3 times in episode 5.
I know
I
he
thought
kept
he
falling
died at
over.
the end, bro.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah. I don't think.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Aiden's right. I don't think he'll last 10 more years.
No,
No.
like, but then again, they gotta kind of show his death, unless they just show like,
Well, and see,
they
that
just
was
like
the
they
thing.
honor him and they show. They probably won't even show the funeral. They'll probably just be like, but then again, she would already have to take over the chair. She would have to take the throne.
I
Yeah.
think
So
that's what's
episode
going to happen.
6
Next episode, I think she's the queen
Well,
with this 10-year jump.
Shit.
I don't
know,
know. We'll
though,
see. We'll
because,
talk.
like, The
We'll
hardest
talk about
thing
it.
about this is that Game of Thrones, there was never a woman heir. You know, like
Yeah.
they say that, oh, there wasn't even one Rhaenyra who almost had the crown, nothing like that. So that's why I'm afraid that, you know, we're never even gonna see her like get that authority.
Well, that's what the Dance of the
All right,
Dragons. and
before we
everything will
wrap
be.
up, Rhaenyra is kind of bad. The whole incest thing's a little fucked, but
Yeah.
Wait, which
I mean,
one? The
that's
younger
how-
version
look
of
at the
her?
first
or-
episode of season 1 Game of Thrones. It's just this is how it is. You guys are sicko.
All right. Well, you
But,
guys ready to get to the bracket?
yeah, let's get into it. Sorry for everyone. If you listen to that, I hope hit us up. Like I said, hit us up on social media.
Yeah, and once it's
we
done,
love
once the
talking to
season's
the
done,
fans.
yeah, once the season's done, we'll do a full
Oh,
review on it.
100%.
Spence, you'll have to come back. For
Yeah,
that.
Spency's
We
coming
talked
back.
2
though.
hours
Yeah.
about Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
No,
so
but-
we'll come back after the next 5 episodes. But yeah, to explain this bracket really quick, we're all gonna do it together. It's on YouTube if you want to watch us do it. We have it pulled up right now. But I'll kind of explain what movies we're between or whatever as we're doing it if you're listening. So, but each of us get a vote. It needs 3 votes to pass and go on to the next section. So there's 30 different movie franchises, I believe. Some of us haven't seen some of these, so we'll try to like
Andrew.
persuade them to come back.
Nice,
So
Brian.
Go
vote
down to
with
the
us.
bottom.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
We'll see what
make sure
happens.
you explain it to the viewers.
Oh,
that are
these
just listening.
matchups, bro. I'm
Yeah.
already ready to.
okay,
fucking
so this
start
one, so the
arguing.
first matchup is Planet of the Apes franchise versus the X-Men franchise.
All right, so we're talking the good Planet of the Apes, right? Like,
I think so. What I think it's
Is
it's
this
all
even a
Planet of the Apes.
fucking matchup?
and like same thing, like X-Men.
Easy.
Are we talking X1, X2, X3?
All
Are we
of 'em.
talking
All
first
of 'em.
class?
All of 'em.
All of them. Even I mean, I guess we could go just movie wise, or we
even
could go.
Because I was gonna say, like, if it's like
No.
X-Men, X1, X2,
Animated.
X3 versus the fucking
Yeah,
So
let's
I
do the
think-
whole
Planet of the Apes?
franchise.
I think we do the whole
Shit.
franchise. Yeah,
shit. Okay, X-Men's taking this.
but
then.
there is. I will say this. I will say this really quick. There is a Spider-Man one and there is a Marvel one. So for the Spider-Man one, we're doing all Sony Spider-Man with Tom Holland too. So like all
Uh,
Spider-Man movies will be Spider-Man. Does that make
Those may not. I mean,
it's down
unless
there
they,
at Dark Knight.
Yeah, unless they both make it.
Yeah,
No,
I was
I'm
gonna-
just
I'm
saying
gonna
to
say
be able
now-
to differ it. But yeah, okay. So
Gotcha.
let's focus on this. So it's Planet of the Apes franchise versus X-Men franchise. So but yeah, what were you saying, Brian? You think X-Men?
I'm taking X-Men solely because it's the reboot, and then they gave us fucking Logan. Like Logan alone,
Logan
wipes
alone.
all of the Planet of the Apes movies. Every
Does
single
anyone-
one of them.
Can anyone
Sorry, Marky
counter
Mark.
that? Does it do it? I feel like. I mean, these are
Yeah.
going to get harder, but I feel like this one's kind of easy.
I enjoy
I
Planet of the Apes. The
Oh, I
first
love
one of the
them.
remake is amazing.
The
I
first one
agree.
and
They
the second
show-
one were fucking fantastic.
Dave Franco literally raising a chimp.
I
sick.
forgot that that's
And he
Dave.
breaks out of,
Franco.
yeah, and he breaks out of the zoo, whatever zoo keep that is. That's sick. That's
Well,
a
you guys
good-ass
saw the
movie.
original one, right? From the 60s or
Yep.
70s.
Even though
Yeah.
original ones are good.
Yeah, I
too.
mean that ending where like they're in the United States, like that's Statue of Liberty, and they're on this beach
Yeah.
is so crazy. It's unforgettable ending.
But
It's
I
just all
think
the
that-
CGI that throws it off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta think
I
as
watched
a
as a kid.
reboot series compared to like Jurassic World and all those other kind of franchises. Planet of the Apes did it the right way.
Yeah,
Yes.
All 3 movies were great.
Andy Serkis.
It wasn't a bad one. Yeah.
Plus,
he's
we
doing
got the game
CGI.
Plague Inc.
It
out
was
of
an
it.
amazing season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely that's
when
not, it's not
Caesar
as easy as
talks
you
for
guys
the
think.
first fucking time
Yep.
is still one of the most notable things from the series.
No.
Like you just remember that every single fucking time, like the movie gets brought up. Caesar fucking looks him dead in the eyes and talks, and you're just like, I remember being in the theater like, yo,
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he's got a gun on his back.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then
So-
'cause I actually never saw the third one, and that's
it's
on me.
good.
I know it's good.
I didn't either.
But
Actually,
Oh,
the
it's really good.
second one, when the second one was able to follow up and keep me entertained, that was fucking great. Like my uncle took me to see both these. He's from fucking Texas. He happened to be in Michigan both times these movies were out, and we fucking went, and I loved it. Yeah, we picked up Spency from we'll call it school during the summertime.
Cool in the summer. Isn't there a name for that?
I texted him. I was like, "Hey, what time you out?" And he goes, 11:30. And I go, "All right, run across the street. You're not taking the bike." And he goes, "Why?" And I go, "We're going to the movies."
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's as easy as you guys think it is. I mean,
I don't either. So wait, so for
personally-
X-Men, are we giving them Deadpool? Because that's a
Yeah,
big thing.
it's
For me.
X-Men.
No, dude, well,
No.
Logan, like I said, Logan alone, I'll stand by it. Logan alone wipes the whole fucking Planet of the Apes franchise. That movie was done so well.
I'm
And
backing
then
Brian.
you bring in fucking First Class, which was fucking phenomenal. You get to see young Professor X and young Magneto when they were like actually friends. And granted, they are still technically friends, but you know, they got the love-hate thing going on.
Yeah, but what about Dark Phoenix and Last Stand and all those awful movies that kind of bring
Again,
it down a little
Last
bit?
Stand though, Josh, I still remember when we went to go see that, and that was fucking good.
I don't
like,
know.
That wasn't terrible.
Compared to X, the first two, honestly.
But the first two, dude, when the dude's
Oh.
fucking melting and he's on the beach,
Yeah.
like that is a great scene because
X-Men
he
Origins
doesn't
is
know what's
good.
going on.
I'm gonna give this one to X-Men.
I'm
Okay,
taking
has my
X-Men.
vote.
Spence, what do you think?
I'm taking X-Men.
Going with the same
Yeah.
is
I
unanimous.
mean, Planet of the Apes is great.
I'll
but
give Planet of the Apes a pity vote.
X-Men is- yeah.
4-1.
Mhm.
All right, so that one moves on.
Good. It was
All
right.
closer than what we made. it.
Honestly, this might be
Transformers.
kind of hard.
Okay, so
This
it's
one is-
Transformers versus Shrek.
This is a hard one.
Transformers is
We
great. Hey,
never got a Christmas special Transformers.
no movie will ever top
Wipe the halls, wipes the floor.
Transformers 2. When
Dude.
the two ice cream truck or whatever, the two, like there's that racing car and they're like,
I know what you're talking about.
Ah,
The twins. They're like
yeah, the
considered
twins.
twins.
dude, it's so good.
Dude, what's
Linkin Park.
what's the dude's name
is it,
from
Rumble
Severance? I already forgot it.
Adam Scott.
No,
the guy
not
that
Adam
plays
Scott.
the FBI guy,
The
fake
CIA
FBI guy.
boy.
Yeah,
Oh, John Turturro.
Yeah,
yeah.
John Turturro in this one, in the second movie, when he calls in the strike, and they're like, "Where are you?" And he goes, "I'm underneath the robots," and he looks up, and it's just the two
Yeah,
wrecking
they
balls. I'm
fight you.
underneath the
Yeah.
cojones.
That is a good
I
one.
don't know, man. I like Mike
then-
Myers.
First one, you got the
and
Superman
Eddie
running
Murphy.
around.
But then Shia LaBeouf too, yelling at B, and what is it, the third movie? Like where he pulls up and he's like, the Decepticons are back, and they don't want to believe him. Like, sir, this is FDA. And he goes, fucking FDA, what are you doing with these guns? And then he starts yelling, Bubble.
He's on the ground, he's
Bay!"
yelling B. He
Yeah,
comes out
and then
yeah.
then B comes out and he just starts scolding B, and he goes, What? You can't come visit anymore?
Yeah. Let me talk to you. He takes him to the side.
Oh my
But then remember when, dude, Dark of the Moon is sick, and when he goes to college and he meets that hot chick and ends up being
Yeah,
that
he's
dog,
a fucking bot.
ends up being the dog Decepticon.
Oh, that scene's funny as
I
fuck
don't
too,
know,
because the
man.
roommate goes to walk in, and right as the tail's like about to kill him, she tucks it in. Or no, it was Megan Fox about to walk in, because then she kisses him, and Megan
Yeah, it was
Fox
Megan
gets all
Fox.
pissed, and Shia LaBeouf's like, "No!"
Yeah.
No, she's a robot, I promise.
And it had Megan
Oh.
Fox in like what, two movies?
Yeah,
Shit.
I don't.
Guys,
yeah,
it had
Megan
Shia
Fox
LaBeouf
weird.
in it.
Yeah,
No.
Shia LaBeouf is a fucking goat. We already know that.
Well,
The
Goat
Holes
in
wipes this whole
Transformers.
bracket. No cat. No.
I'll be honest here. I've never seen the Transformers. movies.
Wow.
They weren't for me. They weren't for me. And
Dude,
Megan
Bo
Fox
doesn't
almost got me to
count.
watch it too, but I don't know.
How have you
Dude.
never seen Transformers?
Oh yeah, that's not even the
Honestly,
first one.
Dumb.
It's honestly
No,
incredible.
none of them.
Dude,
That's
that isn't.
insane. They're on
Josh,
TV like every day.
Yeah, and we
I
I
were-
know it's hard to
And they're
avoid.
like 20 years old. So
we
Yeah.
went
I used to have the action
theaters.
figures when I was growing up.
I know Octobots. Let's roll out. Is that the show? Is that the movie?
Autobots.
Autobots.
You guys remember the animated Transformers show? Like,
yeah,
early in
of
the
course.
I
90s?
never watched
Yeah,
it.
dude, waking up for school and that shit would be on TV on CW.
So sick.
Guys, Shrek's got the plot. Shrek's got the
That's what I'm saying.
soundtrack.
I do a
Try
lot
to
of
tell me it doesn't have the
Transformers.
soundtrack.
It's
It's
got
funny
the
'cause I was just
Transformers.
listening to Counting Crows today, accidentally in love, and it had the Shrek 2 background.
Dude, there's
What?
motherfuckers that will listen to the Shrek 2 soundtrack on repeat.
There's a
Yeah.
fucking Shrek musical on Broadway.
There is a Shrek
Hold
musical.
on, man. I love Shrek.
Chris
but
Farley
I'm
almost played
saying-
Shrek.
In the bracket?
How
we're-
did,
I'll
how
put it in
did
the bracket.
Donkey bang the dragon,
Musical?
dog?
Who
Yeah,
knows?
Donkey breaks. Yeah, he bangs.
They don't
the
explain
dragon.
it in detail, so that's why Transformers getting my vote.
Yeah, facts.
They don't show it either. So
Plus,
I'll throw it to Shrek. I'll throw it
plus
to Shrek.
Shrek didn't have Bernie Mac in it.
Puss in
feel like-
Boots?
I don't know, man. Like
Puss in
this is
Boots?
hard. It's action against comedy. I feel like you
I
can't.
know.
Shrek's pretty
tough.
funny.
What
Shrek's
do
pretty
you
funny.
mean? Shrek's a fucking knight in shining armor. There's hella action.
Hella
I need a
action
hero!
fighting
Dude.
dragons.
Shrek 2, that car chase, like the OJ Simpson.
Yeah, he's rolling off in the white
You
Bronco.
guys think the second one's better than the first one?
Well, yeah, the second one solely because of the fucking they didn't have pepper spray, so they're putting pepper in his eyes with like the
Yeah,
shaker.
pepper
And then
shaker,
Puss
yeah.
in Boots, where he has the catnip on him,
Catnip.
and goes, "I'm just holding it for a friend."
Because we got catnip. He goes, "Oh, that's not mine." Yeah, little white powder in a plastic bag.
There's a lot of advanced jokes in Shrek.
Oh yeah, like
Watch.
adult
Fights
jokes.
instead of cops. Like the TV
What's,
show is amazing.
Yep.
Spence, what's the thing where they sing along?
They do American
Is,
Idol.
Wipe your face. The wipe your face.
Oh,
wipe
the
your-
Duloc song. Like
Yes.
the first one? Amazing.
That song is so fucking funny in the
Please
first
keep up.
one.
Please keep
There's-
off of our
Where's your
grass.
teeth? Wipe your
use,
face.
Wipe your face.
Well,
Yeah.
so it looks like we're going Shrek with
I'm
this one.
going
I don't-
Shrek, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
give it to
still-
Shrek.
I'm going Transformers on this one.
Andrew,
Aiden.
what'd you
I feel
say?
like-
I
feel
said
like there's gotta be a different
Transformers.
category.
Ooh,
for
am I the
Jack.
tiebreaker?
You
You're
are.
the
Look,
tiebreaker.
Well, I'm
Oh.
following. I'm following Shrek.
Shit.
It's too hard, man.
gotta
Just
be
get it
different
over with.
genres.
Transformers
You
is
know
close.
what? You know
I've
what?
seen
Transformers
them,
is
I'm not-
good.
It's
Not
all
like
right.
Josh.
It's all right. We're just starting off. This isn't even the franchise I want to go to the end. So like,
I
we're
can't
good.
believe I convinced you guys of it. The four of you were talking Transformers for so long that I was like, I'm fucked.
Oh,
here.
I knew Spencer was going Shrek from the.
And that's
fucking
why, like,
second
really?
it was
Okay.
out.
You can't even really argue this one because I mean, of course, Lord of the Rings is great. It's a classic. But
I've never. Never
see,
seen
yeah,
it.
some of you guys haven't seen these, so
Well,
you
only
know.
me and Andrew have not seen Lord of the Rings, but I will say, Lord of the Rings. I've heard multiple people say it's
You
regarded as the
make me
best trilogy,
sick.
and I want to count. I think that we count the Hobbit in this as
Yeah,
well.
but
The
I-
Hobbit alone was just added bonus. Like we're eating.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
4-book
Same
series.
with
The
Rings of
Hobbit and then the
Power.
3 Lord of the Rings. You got.
Yeah.
I think what needs to happen is really you three on this one. Aside from me and Josh, need to kind of come to a conclusion because by default I'm going to vote Marvel just because I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. So
Well, maybe they could convince
Lord
you,
of the Rings.
but
Well, I mean, my
I
thing
think-
is that, of course, Lord of the Rings is great. We have 3 Lord of the Rings movies. We have the Hobbits. We have the new show Rings of Power, and they have the books.
Yep.
Great.
Marvel has comic books though.
Yeah, I know. All right, but I'm saying in general, if Marvel has brought so much to the table, though. That's the problem.
they've changed
Marvel-
the game a lot.
Everything's entertaining. I mean, Infinity War,
I-
Endgame.
Marvel
is
kind of
great.
fucking fucked everything up movie wise. If you
Not
think
in-
about
In
it,
all, I
forget
think
The
Marvel
crazy
has
fantasy
provided.
epics that we have now without Lord of the Rings. Honestly,
That is
True.
true. It did pave.
It's such a
path for
pillar.
all of it.
And
It is. It's a pillar
straight up
for
movies.
movies.
Like
in
honestly,
general.
early 2000s, as early as you can be. I think it was 99, 2000, 2001. Right around Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I mean, they just sent it over the top production. We wouldn't get Game of Thrones without Lord of the Rings.
yeah. Well,
Sure.
literally, it wasn't until
This
what,
is
was it
literally
Battle of the
book before Game of
Bastards?
Thrones.
Or
Was it-
Avatar.
Was it Battle of the Bastards that finally topped the fucking Battle of Helm's Deep? Like we're talking.
No,
a
it was
movie-
it was
it the ending?
It was the Winterfell episode of
Okay, so even then, a different season, a later season, it took that long.
The Long
to
Night?
top the fucking.
Yeah, the Long Night. Yeah,
It
Yeah.
took that long to top the
Battle of
Battle of
Essex is
Helm's
better than
Deep
Long
as the
Night.
biggest
Yeah,
battle
Long Night was at night,
on screen.
like in the dark.
Well, that's how Battle of Helm's
But
Deep
let's
was
not
too,
let's
buddy.
not cut Marvel short here. They break records constantly. They are the most profitable franchise ever.
Look, they are.
I would say any franchise would do that if they had 25 plus films.
Yes,
Yeah.
but look how many films they have, and they're still breaking records and getting people to go see this.
Yeah, but also we're
movies.
seeing it dwindle down versus Rings of Power just came out and it broke a record on Amazon. You know?
I mean, really, the new Black Panther will be telling to see, but I don't
well,
think it's.
and no, you can't even say that because people are going to see it solely because of the like honored Chadwick Boseman.
Okay, but what about
That
what
has
about,
nothing to do with
what
Marvel.
about Spider-Man that came out not even a year
Okay,
ago? It made
well,
$1.7 billion.
then let's talk. Well, okay, knock off Spider-Man. Let's talk Multiverse of Madness and fucking Thor: Love and Thunder. Both
Garbage.
movies were garbage, underwhelming pieces of shit.
But-
Still,
Still put out
Multiverse of
for a
Madness
money
made
grab.
950 million.
Okay, perfect, bro. It was a money grab, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
a
but
great
I don't
movie.
care about how much money it made. I
No,
want
but you can't say they're not
entertainment.
making. You can't say
Is
they're
this
not
most
making bank.
profitable, or is this most entertaining or best?
I
'Cause
mean,
I'm
we're going off
sure
best, but I
both.
don't want to. I don't want to knock it. I want to give it its
What, you don't
credit.
want to
of-
knock it?
I
'Cause
think
you're a
part about
big
being the best is
capitalist
knowing when
guy?
to quit and like doing it well the entire time.
Yeah, I'm with Spencer on that.
I'm a fan of
bro.
longevity. Don't get me wrong. If when we go down this list, I know I will bring up the longevity card.
Yeah.
But I don't think Marvel has it here because the quality has significantly
Yes.
decline.
Yes.
That's-
longevity is only an argument if they stay quality the entire time.
Or
Yeah.
get better. And
Yeah,
they-
But
or
that's
just
the other thing
hate.
is that there's not
Lord of the
one
Rings
bad
got
Lord of
better.
the Rings movie,
There's
Yeah.
but there
not.
are multiple bad Marvel movies.
And then on top
Exactly.
of that, Lord of the
The
Rings, you
third
have
Lord of the Rings is
motherfuckers
the
like
most favorited.
yes,
Yeah.
and then you have motherfuckers like us arguing that if you're gonna watch Lord of the Rings, do yourself a favor, watch the extended cut, watch the extra
Yeah.
40 minutes to this 2-hour, 30-minute
Watch this
movie.
4-hour movie.
Yeah,
and-
exactly, because
250.
they're that fucking entertaining.
I'm going Lord of the Rings.
I'm going Lord of the
So-
Rings.
I'm going Lord of the Rings.
and,
Wow.
And I will just say, just the production that went into Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones matched that, and that's the reason we have those 6 great seasons.
I can't believe this.
Just
Marvel.
like that.
Matrix.
Andrew, what would you have voted on it?
I mean, these guys sold
still
me
in Marvel.
well
Oh, really?
to go Lord of the Rings. I mean, I love Marvel. Don't get
Marvel
me wrong.
just
I
got
mean,
too oversaturated, dog.
I mean, that's the thing too, is that if we're gonna go with Marvel, it's gonna make its way to the end, and we're not doing that because then again, Marvel is entertaining, but we just made all
We're
great
not
points.
letting Disney
why.
fucking win again,
No,
bro.
but it's just because like, if where's Monsters?
they're just
Inc?
gonna
Is this
who made
movie?
Lord of the Rings. They're gonna buy them.
I know
Hey,
Twister's in it.
nah,
Okay, so this next one's
Jeff
Matrix
Bezos
and
ain't
Star
selling
Trek.
out. Matrix all day.
Why that? Why is
This
that?
one, I've seen actually neither of these franchises.
Okay. So
Haven't
I've
seen
seen the first two
Matrix?
Matrix movies. That's it. I've not seen Star Trek.
Didn't you watch the fourth one? Didn't you guys go to the theaters? and
Oh, I
watch
did see the fourth
No,
one. I
we're
just
not. I'm
raced
not
it.
considering that. in my-
Well, that
so-
could hurt it though. That could hurt it.
No, it doesn't matter. Star Trek.
Has anyone
doesn't come
seen
anywhere
Star
near
Trek?
With that
I have
being-
seen Star Trek,
I've
but I
seen
grew
two
up
of
with
them.
Star Wars.
Yep,
so
yeah,
for
Star
that
Wars boy.
reason, Star Trek
Okay,
is
I'm cool with going.
ass.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
going
I'm
Matrix.
going
here.
Matrix on that. That's the main
Alright.
reason I haven't seen
It's got
it.
Keanu in it. so-
Well, we
Matrix-
could just skip ahead because Lord of the Rings is wiping the Matrix next round.
But Matrix is also another pillar
Oh
in movie history.
shit!
Yeah, it is.
We've got
Okay, so next is Die Hard and Rocky.
So I've only seen the first Die Hard, which, by the way, is a Christmas movie. Takes place during Christmas time. Don't care.
we love Christmas movies.
Now on Rocky, are we giving Creed too?
Anybody see Creed?
Franchise?
Josh, it's been long enough. Can we tell that story? I brought it up
No,
in like
not-
the
not
second
yet.
episode.
No, yeah, let's do
And
this.
Rocky
save
and
that
Marvel.
for episode
Josh,
50.
Josh, he has
That's
a kid.
50.
You have a podcast. I think you're winning.
All
That's
right,
episode
so
50.
I guess I'm going Rocky here.
so have you seen these,
Adrian!
Spence?
Yeah, I've seen both.
Okay. I again I have not. I've not seen Die Hard. So,
Damn.
yep, I know. It's
You
looking
know,
bad. I'm looking bad on
This
these.
I
guy's
will
on a film
say-
podcast.
I know.
know.
This guy runs a film podcast.
I know,
Again,
kick me
I've
off
only I've only seen the first Die Hard, and I think I've only seen the first.
Is it a
two
Christmas movie?
Rockies.
I've
Yeah,
only
it
seen the
takes place
first
during-
Die
People
Hard,
always
but I've
debated,
seen
I
all
don't
the
know.
Rocky
Yeah,
movies.
it is. It is.
It is okay.
I don't care what anyone says. It is just like Four Brothers. There's snow on the ground. There's Christmas lights up. Four Brothers is a Christmas movie.
That's fair.
Tell me different.
Okay.
If
Although
we
don't have to
can
show
include
Christmas before, but
Creed
only show
as
Thanksgiving.
well,
If we include Creed,
No,
then
we're just
Rocky's
doing
fucking taking this.
I mean, I guess you
Because
could,
the
it's a
first
franchise.
Creed alone was so sick.
It is in
Rocky's
the
in Creed,
Rocky
so
takes it. Even without Creed, Rocky takes it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say so too.
Just for
I
its
mean, I haven't seen
impact on movies. I mean, Die Hard, obviously, people still talk about it to this day. I feel like it's been done before.
Did they really talk
Multiple
about it, or
times.
did they just say "Yippee ki yay, motherfucker"? And on top of that,
That's what I'm saying. I
behind
mean,
you.
Yeah,
and on
they
top of that
obviously
is
did it
Die
better than
Hard
most.
talked about in recent times because they fucking threw that skin in fucking Cold War. Half those younger kids had no clue who the fuck Bruce Willis was. Which also, I want to take this moment right now. Bruce Willis, thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah, amazing.
I know he's out now due to medical reasons. They don't think he's ever going to come back to acting. You are fucking great. Thank you for the first Die Hard. I can't say for the rest. Haven't watched
Pulp
him.
Fiction.
Thank you for Pulp Fiction. Thank you for that movie with Sean William Scott where you're a cop. That movie was
Invincible.
Funny. Invincible. Was he in that? I don't remember that. What? Was he Coach?
Mr. Glass?
Yeah, Mr. Glass, Invincible. Unbreakable.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say Invincible. That's the
Unbreakable.
Yeah, I was like, Mark Wahlberg? I would have remembered that.
Okay, so I'm going to vote Rocky.
Yeah, I'm going Rocky.
Unanimous?
I'm going Rocky too. Wow. All right. Unanimous on that one?
Unanimous.
Again, I just think Bruce Willis is a great actor. We did need to shout him out in there. Ooh.
Easy.
What is this, Aiden? It's Men in Black, and then what is that other one? Do you know?
Fuck, what is that? We're going Men in Black.
No, what is that? It's not True Detective. It's
we're about to get this the end of the show.
It's Ace Ventura.
That is not.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it looks like Men in Black.
That's not Kevin Bacon, is it?
No, that's not Kevin Bacon.
Let's just skip it before we look too much like fucking
It's a bye
idiots.
week. It's a bye week.
Oh god damn it!
So this one's Blade Runner versus Fast and Furious franchise.
Blade Runner. I wanted to push Fast and Furious the 1 seed as a fucking joke.
Well, we still will.
You're putting it up against Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I literally just told Spencer on the way back from Cleveland that this is my favorite Harrison Ford role. Is the original Blade Runner. I love him in that. He doesn't even fuck with being Han Solo.
You've seen all the Blade Runners, right?
There's only
two.
Good
ass job.
There's only two.
I've only seen the original. I've not seen the newest one.
Okay.
You're comparing Harrison Ford from Blade Runner
Dude,
to Star
but
Wars.
this comes
leaving
from
out his greatest role
what?
as Indiana fucking Jones.
Nope, sorry. Blade Runner takes the cake.
Oh, get out of here.
Blade Runner takes the cake.
Blade Runner takes a cake for
all
sure
day.
over these two.
Dom Toretto's in one of these. I'm just throwing it out there.
Boom,
All seen the Fast and Furious.
I will say Fast and Furious is good, man. 1, 2, and Tokyo Drift still get quoted.
That sounds
like
silly.
damn
Fast
near
5 was the last good movie.
My vote there was Fast and Furious.
Wait, yeah, I voted. Wait, you got to get all our votes first.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
You better start over.
Wait, so Andrew, hold on. Okay, what did everyone vote for on Blade Runner versus Fast and Furious?
Runner.
Fast and Furious.
I went Fast and Furious.
I'm going
Brian,
Blade Runner.
Undo it.
2049. All right, wait, let me just say this.
Andrew, you can refresh the screen and then maybe that'll do it.
So
while we talk about it.
While you click the other ones as we go through, it'll change.
When it comes down to it,
that's what I was thinking, Spence.
When it comes down to it, this is a 2-movie franchise and soon to be show that I'm pretty sure is gonna be on Netflix if I remember correctly. And then going against a 9-movie franchise, but at the same time, the movies for Fast and Furious haven't been that good since like the one where with the 5th one where they drove with the vault down the fucking middle. Other
Fast
than
5.
that, it's been shit. That's what. Okay, so I was right. Fast 5. Other than
but Brian,
that,
it's got the comedy. It's got the action. You can turn off your brain and have a.
It's
fun,
got the
good
family.
It's got the family.
Okay,
so Brian,
I don't give a shit about
Brian, the
family.
streets always win, my man.
So it's 2-2 on Fast and Furious versus Blade Runner. Andrew, you are the final vote.
Oh, I wanted Blade Runner. That's why I clicked.
Okay, so go click on Blade Runner because you have Fast and Furious there.
All right, Blade. Look at it.
It's on a run.
If you're watching on YouTube, Blade Runner's about to take the championship.
Okay.
Well, Blade Runner is about to get knocked out to Harry Potter.
So next is Harry Potter versus Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, Spencer. Spencer, start talking your case right now.
Make your case.
Which one are you going with?
Okay,
here?
so if anyone's confused, Brian really loves Harry Potter and Spencer really loves Pirates. So
no, Spencer also is very conflicted because he loves Harry Potter.
But I think he likes Pirates more.
No question, it's obviously Harry Potter.
Come on, you can't even.
I cannot stand that this is the first matchup for Pirates. It deserves at least.
Hold on, are we giving Harry Potter Fantastic?
Deserves like a Men in Black.
No, bro, it's Harry Potter. It doesn't fucking bring up Fantastic Beasts. Shut
Fantastic
up.
Beasts brings it down.
Doesn't
Same
even.
verse.
We didn't bring
I
Creed
Same
or
don't
school.
really think it
Rocky.
negatively affects it. I honestly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Who-
well, Fantastic Beasts.
Who's
was
voting
good.
for Pirates? Anyone?
Hey, Johnny Depp. If Jack Sparrow isn't his greatest role, be Edward Scissorhands. Still a great
lying.
franchise.
Johnny Depp and Blow.
Johnny Depp.
I would take Johnny Depp in Black Mass over that.
Johnny Depp versus wife
Black Mass
boxing
is
match.
good.
Oh fuck, Andrew, come
Yeah, he kills that
on,
shit.
too soon.
All right, so I think it's unanimous. Harry Potter.
Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
but we're Harry Potter.
Ah man, this has to be the honorable mention here.
Oh, X-Men for
Pirates was so
Shrek.
good.
Why are we not doing? We're just going right to the end.
No, so you do the whole left side first, and then we go to
And
the
then
right.
you do the right.
All right,
I'm going Shrek.
I'm going Shrek.
over X-Men.
Going
Really?
X-Men on this one.
I don't know what to do here. This is
Look,
tough. This is probably
Shrek-
the toughest one we've
I'm,
had.
I'm going Shrek only because it had more of an
We got
impact. I
this Shrek
think
conversation
for me.
before, Josh. That
Yeah,
second
this should be
Shrek
good.
I know.
was
I it's just
Scary.
I love the first two a lot. The
Again,
third one kind
the
of was
only
okay.
reason I'm going X-Men again because Shrek
Logan.
2 is one of my favorite ones. But yes, Logan. Logan
fair. That's valid.
alone
And
was
Days of
the
Futures Past.
perfect way for Hugh Jackman to retire his role and finally fucking get it rated R, to finally
it's a
see
great ending.
all the guts and gore that we
Patrick
deserve,
Stewart.
to see Logan get a daughter technically that he doesn't even know is his fucking daughter is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And technically it's not even his daughter. She was
I'll go
just
with-
mutated with the same shit.
Brian, you've sold me. I was on the fence.
You sold me
then-
too. X-Men.
and-
X-Men.
And then, like I said, you get First Class. You get the fucking, what was the follow up for Days of Futures Past?
Yeah.
Fucking great.
X-Men
And then
We can go
Origins.
X-Men.
And
We go
then,
X-Men.
and then on top of that, even though they're super early 2000s, the whole fucking CGI stuff kind of throws it off. But X1 and 2 classics. I remember watching those fucking movies when I was like 5 years old. Like those movies were great.
This is
Okay.
where this is where I don't like the clash of the comedy and the
I agree. I think what we'll do in the
action
future
adventure.
too. I mean, this is like a randomized one. We can when we do
Yeah.
another episode like this, as long as everyone likes this, we can kind of custom pick them,
Yeah.
and really get creative with it to put a Star Wars versus a Harry Potter, or get people thinking, because I mean this one
100%.
does. This one does.
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
you don't want
Because
your two
again,
top seeds versus each other off the
don't
rip.
get
Yeah.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Shrek is fucking great.
Yeah.
I quote that shit so much, but I think X-Men 100%. takes
Yeah,
the cake for
I'll
me.
go
It's
X-Men
more of
too.
a movie. It's more of a movie type.
Yeah,
genre.
it's
Yeah.
definitely a movie.
Yeah,
Are we good with X-Men?
yeah, it's definitely.
Okay.
Okay, Lord of the Rings versus Matrix.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean Lord of the Rings.
I haven't
don't
seen it, but
see-
I've
Yeah, fuck
I
off, Neo.
feel-
Oh, okay.
Easy.
Okay, so we didn't really talk
Men in
about
Black.
Men in
I'm
Black.
going
We didn't
Men in
really talk.
Black. I'm going Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Really?
That's quality.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
Okay,
classic.
all right. I'm
Yeah.
going Men in Black.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
the
What about
second
that
one-
slap?
the
What about that
second
slap?
one, all right, look, this is pre Will Smith being a bitch. Will
This is-
Smith, if you're
This is
listening
peak Will Smith.
right now, fuck you. But when you made these and Hancock and fucking Enemy of the State, shit like that, bangers.
Didn't Men in Black 2 have Johnny Knoxville, or was that one?
Oh
two.
fuck.
Dude.
Yeah, that
Two.
was two because he
Dude,
was
when
the
he's
fucked up dude with the
pest guy. Yeah.
I thought that was the first one. Now that I'm
No, that
thinking
is the
about it,
first one,
that's
yeah.
the first one
That's-
because
it
he's
is the first
driving.
one.
I remember him driving.
The second
Yeah.
one is like the cricket guy.
Yeah. Well, because the second one, dude, I remember fucking bawling as a kid because he has to send off the girl he's in love with into the fucking moon.
But guys, it's Rocky. Sylvester
Doesn't
Stallone, the hero of Philly.
Adrian.
How do we not? Yeah, Adrian. How do we not go
Adrian.
Rocky? It's the best
It's
boxing
easy to
movie
not
of
go
all
Rocky.
time.
Nah, bro.
Because
Easy
when
to
you
not
go
go
with
Rocky.
this,
Black.
it's easier.
Men in Black.
Men in
Men in-
Black.
We
I'll
good
give it
with
to
that?
Rocky. I'll give my vote to Rocky. Yeah, Men in Black wins that one though.
All right.
4-1.
Let's see what it's gonna do here.
Blade Runner versus Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Anyone?
Really?
Can anyone say Blade Runner on that?
Look, like I could make the argument for it, but I do think Harry Potter in the end is better.
Better.
Yeah,
That's
Harry
Brian
Potter.
just
So
Brian liked Hermione in those first couple movies. And he's got this crush they
Didn't
want
we
to
all?
go.
Hermione.
hey, but I watched it
all?
when I was 7, so it's not weird.
Wow.
Fucking asshole.
Tell
But
you
no,
the
all
hospital,
right.
Ron
So the
Weasley.
argument though for Blade Runner that you could make is the ability to. Okay, so the first one, like I said, to me personally, Harrison Ford's best fucking role. I loved him in it. He's great. And oh fuck, I can't even say that because it's gonna spoil 2049. I want you motherfuckers to watch it.
I saw
But
it, but
but the
yeah, save for the
ability,
others.
the ability though for 2049 to come in and they're not just ripping nostalgia. Like, yes, Harrison Ford does end up coming into it for like not even the second.
If you couldn't
half.
tell
Like,
the
it
poster.
is- well, yeah, exactly.
Jared
But
Leto's
like,
in it, right?
but like the
Yep.
whole
Yeah.
thing,
Harry Potter.
yeah, dude, he's basically a fucking cult leader. But like the whole thing though with the second one was the ability to not just go off nostalgia. Like what they did for Matrix 4,
Yeah.
they didn't do in this movie. Like this movie was its own thing that takes place in the universe.
I
Then
think
they have the tie-ins and it was done so fucking well. Jared Leto played his role because he just had to be himself, a fucking weirdo.
I think that's his best character.
yeah,
if I'm
he's
being
just
honest.
himself, bro. He's a fucking creep.
Oh, that was great, but I mean, it's going good.
Yeah,
Oh
it's still
yeah, no,
great, but it's not
I'm
selling
still
anyone
voting
on.
Harry. I'm still
All right,
voting
Still a
why
great
are
movie,
we-
great
Harry
film,
Potter
but we're
unanimous.
taking Harry
I just
Potter as a
wanted to make the
franchise.
one argument.
You
Now
wanna- yeah.
this
It
is
said-
where
It
Lord
said
of the
Blade
Rings
Runner
takes
moved
the
up,
cake.
Andrew. Down there.
What'd you say?
It said Blade Runner moved up down there.
No. He
It's-
clicked
okay.
a bunch.
It's
I'll
just
go.
glitched. It'll
All
go
right,
away.
cool.
Okay,
Lord of the
so
Rings.
I mean, I feel like this isn't much. It's Lord of the Rings versus X-Men, by the way. I feel like Lord of the Rings fucked up Marvel, so it's not gonna beat X-Men. So
No,
you know what I mean.
Lord of the
So
Rings takes
Yeah.
the cake.
Yeah,
And we're just getting more, man. Lord of the Rings is getting started.
yeah.
All right.
They got more.
Lord of the Rings it is.
Lord of the Rings.
oh, Harry Potter versus Men in Black.
Harry
We have
Potter.
to go Harry Potter.
I'm going Harry Potter.
I'm going
Going
Harry Potter.
Okay, Harry Potter too.
Harry Potter's wiping fucking Lord of the Rings too. I'm saying it right now.
Dude, I don't know.
Ooh,
Okay,
now here you
now
go.
Now here's
I
the
knew
big.
it was
This
coming.
is our
Once
hardest
you fell
one.
inside, I knew this was coming.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Harry
It's Harry
Potter's
Potter
great.
versus
Who
Lord of the
wants to get
Rings.
into it before I start getting into
to die.
That's my boy.
We
Harry
have
Potter versus Lord of the Rings.
yes,
Woo.
two
Should
big.
we start in
dogs
order?
here.
Aiden, do you want to go first? I'd say we just go in order and give our thoughts and vote.
Yep. And it'll be quick. Like I said, Lord of the Rings is a staple of cinematography and movie history. We wouldn't get half the shit that we enjoy in today's age if it wasn't for Lord of the Rings. So be it that it was a book before they turned it to a film. But being the years
So
that
was Harry
it
Potter.
came out,
Yep.
true, but
Look,
And it's got its own
Lord of the
amusement
Rings
park.
book still dates.
J.K. Rowling is not as old as
Yeah, that's what I'm
Tolkien.
saying.
So,
Wasn't
He's not as
Tolkien dead
racist.
by the time the first one came out?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
yeah. But all in all, I'm going Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter's great, shaped a childhood, but the one thing I don't like about Harry Potter is there's a cult following behind it. As you can see, the ringleaders.
you're
of
Whoa,
too
whoa,
racist
whoa.
for it, bro.
Lord of the
Fuck
Rings
you.
does too.
Lord of the Rings definitely does too.
They definitely
No,
do.
not
Lord
as
of the
bad
Rings
as Harry
just got a
Potter.
TV
No.
show.
Hey,
Not
I'm
as bad as
agreeing
Harry
with you.
Potter.
I just
We
don't
can
know if I
agree
agree
on
with that
that.
statement.
You fucking nerds broke records for watching the show on Amazon. I mean, I was one of them.
They said
but-
20
Lord of the Rings. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the franchise as a whole.
All right.
I enjoyed Lord of the Rings.
Eight-
They said the
Aiden
Lord of the
or-
Rings show on Amazon got 25 million views on the first night, and House of Dragons got 10 million its first. Do you believe that? I don't believe that
Well,
Amazon
more
actually
people
got.
I believe
have
that. I believe
Amazon.
25
Ama-
million?
Amazon was just counting anyone that was on the Amazon app.
That's what I
Yeah, I think
think.
Amazon definitely has more
That's a lot.
subscribers.
I could believe like 10 or 15.
Almost
but
every
Oh,
single
yeah, well,
person in
that's
the United
also
States has an
fair,
Amazon.
because Prime
Prime
Video
subscription.
is exactly Amazon Prime. Fuck
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
HBO, you got to go out of pocket and pay
Yeah.
for it, or
Just in
you
subscribers
get
alone.
hooked up by someone that has
HBO
an
Max
account.
Prime.
And I will say that I feel like Lord of the Rings definitely reached a broader spectrum of people than Game of Thrones did.
Okay, so
Well,
Spence-
Aiden,
yeah, but they
course.
reached the whites because there was a
Yep.
big backlash when the show came out. So
okay, so Aiden, you went with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Spencer, what do you think?
As messed up that is, Brian, I'll use this. I'll use my time for this one. I feel like that definitely got more people, even if they agreed with that sentiment, to watch it. So even if they did watch it just to see that they didn't like that an elf was black, spoiler alert,
Racist.
they still watch it. They still counted for the screen. So I don't know, man. On this one, I'm going Lord of the Rings. I mean,
All
I've
right,
watched Harry Potter
Ryan,
a
what-
million times.
I think we know where Ryan's going.
Lord of the
So
Rings.
maybe
No,
let-
I want to hear his thoughts. He might sell me on it. I'm pretty on the. I don't know.
All right, well then let me go
Okay, go ahead.
because I already know because I've not seen Lord of the Rings.
Nah.
So I'm going Harry Potter. I read all the fucking books.
Okay, so then since
I saw the
since-
movies. I've been to fucking Universal. I want the goddamn wand.
So
I'm
This
I
boy
Harry
will
drinks
Potter.
some
also-
butter beers.
yeah.
I will also go Harry Potter because that's the only one I've seen. I've seen that whole franchise.
but
Compared to
I
Lord of the
will
Rings, I've
say,
not.
had I yeah, I think Josh,
Just
if I had seen Lord of the Rings, this might be a lot.
But Andrew, the
Hot topic.
toys,
Dude,
the
this shit's
Halloween
rigged.
costumes, the Universal amusement park.
It's rigged for one,
3 to
bro.
2
doesn't
already.
matter, man. The people that like Lord of the Rings are older. They can't make it to
Oh,
amusement
And
sorry,
parks.
racist.
bro. Sorry, bro. You were technically 98.
No,
You're
the
so
newer
much older
the newer
than us.
fans, the newer
Josh, the
fans. are
writer
racist.
of
Just
Harry
'cause you're
Potter
gonna
is a
be-
turf.
Yeah,
We don't know
she
that.
literally
We
is,
don't know
bro.
that.
So
Yeah,
we
she is the definition of a bigot.
we got it tied.
I don't
right
really think
now.
that's the
The
All
definition
right,
of a
look,
scumbag.
look. Before I make this argument, J.K. Rowling, thanks for these books, but fuck you.
Damn.
Now that that's out of the way,
Look at Daniel Radcliffe's face,
All
man. I
right.
just want to punch it.
we got
Oh, come on, dude.
a
Brian, you're the tiebreaker here.
we got
Brian will dive in front of that fist.
Hey.
8
Harry Potter.
movies from this fucking bigot, and they became some of the biggest things ever. Aiden already said it. It shaped our childhood. But the best thing is, when I went back and finally read the books at fucking 18, and honestly didn't even finish all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still reading them, and he's 22.
I'm halfway. I have the 4th book. Actually, hang on.
23.
Yeah, he's 23 and he's still reading them.
Taking him 5 years.
He's gonna finish the first book.
We got Goblet of Fire.
Yeah,
right
hey, go like
here.
this and blow that dust.
Oh,
off
there's
the
still
top.
dust, brother. I read this shit every night.
He opens in the pages, just turn to dust.
Oh, what's that?
All right,
Oh,
but all right.
Order of
so,
the Phoenix.
so you get these movies, right? Obviously, I started off with the movies too young to read the books by the time they came out, but I did have an older brother, so eventually I was able to read them. But you get the first 2 movies. Everything is like happy-go-lucky. Harry Potter is the boy who lived. You get the whole story, the whole background. It's great. You get the 3rd fucking movie, and everything just goes super dark, like super dark. And then you get to the 4th movie, where, in my opinion, is the best movie in the whole franchise. The only, like, in recent days, 5 has came up to my number 2 spot. I'll get to that in a second. But you get 4. Everything goes to shit. Like, the Dark Lord has returned. Cedric Diggory is dead, sacrificed essentially.
It's my boy.
It's my boy. All of this happens. And then you get to fucking 5 and 6. 5 and 6, they could have ended it after 6, and they fucking went ahead and made 7 into 2 movies for us. And it
Order of the
was
Phoenix, best movie.
great. But yes, Order of the Phoenix, like I was saying, in recent days, so fire. I think it was underappreciated to me because of how blinded I was from the 4th movie, how much I loved it, the 4th movie and book. But
It's a great series, man. I'm with you. It's amazing. I just think
but that's
of the
why
Rings,
though
that's
Lord of the Rings just I don't know. I guess it just didn't do it for me. Like
Damn.
they are some of the most epic adventures, but this adventure is way different because you get friendship along the way.
Aiden literally rolled his eyes at
Hey,
you.
man,
Yeah, he
the
did.
fellowship is
Oh, I
the
saw it.
I don't know. I looked up at the
definition.
camera.
of a friendship.
Yeah, bro. Well, they're dumb as
Yeah,
hell.
the roof of my head.
They
He
should've
literally
never
rolled his
hopped
eyes
off
at you when
those
you said that.
horses.
I just think the world building and the in-depthness of Tolkien and the languages he created, the world
Yeah.
that he created is just so
Dude created a
Fucking Harry
whole-
Potter, they're in
He created
UK.
a whole different language just to
And in
name Mountain
Hogwarts.
Mount fucking Doom.
Hogwarts is made up.
All right. Well, I think it's 3-2. Harry Potter takes it.
you know,
That's fine.
Wow.
Harry
Get on to the next one.
Damn. All right. So now we're on the right side of the brain. Oh, Jack Ryan season 1. I didn't know it was a franchise. I guess so.
Look
and
at
then
Jack
this-
Ryan
Well, there's
movies
technically
and
Jack
they
Ryan
have-
movies
Oh, okay.
with Tom Cruise.
Okay, and then
Jason Bourne
it's
at?
That's
Jack
Reacher.
Ryan versus
Jack
Mission
Ryan.
Impossible. I think this one's
Oh,
so
that's
easy.
Jack Reacher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack Reacher.
Yeah. All right, well then we're taking Mission Impossible on the.
Yeah, Mission Impossible is so easy.
Mission
I think it's some of the
Impossible.
they got some of the
Impossible,
best.
yeah.
action
Hey,
movies,
get
so,
fucked, Jim Halpert.
Yeah,
And Tom Cruise doing his own stunts.
stunts.
Ooh,
Jason. Oh wait, what is that?
no, that's 007 on the
What's
right.
that on the left though? Oh, Mad Max.
Mad
Okay.
Max.
Okay, Mad Max versus 007.
Oh,
Very
I
good.
mean, that's easy though.
Oh,
Mad
fuck.
Max Fury Road is
I
by
was
far
gonna
one of
say-
But
the
that's just a
greatest
that's
films
just a
of all
single
time.
movie though.
Yeah, but that
That's a
movie
single
alone,
movie.
I was just telling Spencer that is my favorite Tom Hardy fucking role. He
I forgot it
killed
was
it.
Tom Hardy.
I didn't
But-
even know it was him until
Oh.
my uncle was like, "Hey, you know that's Bane, right?" And I go,
He was talking about
"What?"
that. I completely forgot it was Tom
That's,
Hardy.
that's one of the best
Yeah.
movies of all time.
Yeah.
But you
Fury
gotta
Road is
think
the only
But
Mad
Daniel
Max.
Craig with
007
James Bond.
is a
I'm going to 007.
icon. Spectre,
Yes.
Casino Royale. We get the old
Fuck.
James Bond.
Yeah. Just because the Daniel Craig part, fuck the original James Bond. Just because of Daniel Craig James Bonds, I'm giving it that over.
I'll
Mad
go
Max Fury Road.
007 also.
007 is
If-
hard to beat. man.
If
Damn.
Tom Hardy would have gotten 2 movies, I would have made way more of an argument. But the other Mad Maxes can't get behind it. Isn't it fucking Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
They're not very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, fuck that. I remember watching the
Well-
first one after watching the Mad Max Fury Road, and I was like, this sucks. Like, how did they do something so great off of this bullshit?
But I'm surprised that they've been in talks of doing something after Fury Road, the newest
And
one,
they
for so
should've,
long, and
dude.
they haven't. They haven't made any announcements about it.
Well,
anything
and
like
that's
that.
why I also throw back to when we were talking about X-Men. Hugh Jackman literally came out and said, if anyone's going to replace Wolverine, I want Tom Hardy to do it. And they should have taken him up on that. Tom
Yeah.
Hardy, I think, would have made a fucking great Wolverine.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. All right, so 007 unanimous.
Yep. Has anyone seen the
No.
new 007?
I'm
Not
not
unanimous.
giving that my vote.
You do Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
but-
go, Matt, yeah.
So 007 wins it. Oh, Jurassic
there
Park
you
versus
go.
That's
Jurassic
a
Park
good one.
versus Indiana Jones.
good matchup.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
I'm going
uh,
Indiana Jones just because.
Dude,
I
the world
want to go
movie-
Indiana Jones, but
I'm
literally
going
Jurassic Park. But then again, there's not one bad
The fourth
Indiana
movie.
Jones movie.
The fourth
but
movie.
The Lost World is awful,
Okay,
and the new franchise for Jurassic Park's bad. But we do get a John Williams score
we do.
for almost, if not the best, underneath Star Wars score of all
Spielberg's best, you think?
Uh,
I mean,
He-
that
yeah.
and Jaws.
time. You got to
That's
think
a,
so.
that's a whole different bracket.
If you go back
Yeah.
to Indiana Jones when that guy gets burned in
Scores bracket.
what is it? It's not the Crusaders movie. Is
gonna
it
be
Raiders of the
honest.
Lost Ark when that guy burns? The Nazi guy?
yeah,
Something-
that's the
that's a-
second one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I
that's,
guess that was
Crystal
one of the
Skull, right?
scariest movies of all time for anyone in that generation.
I'm pretty
Nah.
sure it's Crystal Skull.
I'm gonna be honest. I've
I
only
think it's
seen
Crystal
bits
Skull.
and
The newest one.
pieces of Indiana Jones, but
It's
like
Raiders
all
of the
my
Lost Ark.
knowledge comes from the fucking Lego Indiana Jones.
Didn't
Me
Crystal
too.
Skull though have the Nazi?
Like, and that game was sick.
No,
Don't
because
get me wrong.
that's the one with Shia
I
LaBeouf.
actually I red ringed my Xbox 360 playing Indiana Jones. Like I didn't get off for 10 hours, and then it
Uh-huh.
red ringed because I rented it from Blockbuster.
Yeah, it is.
I'll
It is
be
And
very
honest,
I
good.
red ringed it, and we
It
had
is?
to take it to the
Yep.
Microsoft store to fucking get it fixed.
It's when he goes like this and it just melts his entire body.
I'll be honest. I don't think that fridge would have saved him.
Brian, I actually I played the Lego Star Wars
an adventure.
game before I even saw the movie.
Really?
Yeah. I
Oh, I
started
made
playing
it,
that.
that's
My
how I
dad's
played
like, "What are you playing?" And I was like, "This," and he's like, "Have you ever seen the movies?" I was like, "No."
Runs you through the fucking. Six
No, literally, he's
movies
like, "All right,
that
you're gonna
way
watch
you can
'em."
play the complete saga.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start. I'm gonna vote Jurassic Park.
I'm going Jurassic Park on this.
I'm going Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna go Indiana Jones.
All right.
Damn,
Spence.
Spence, what do you think?
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Oh,
Wow,
let's go, baby.
what?
All righty.
Shit.
Damn.
bro.
Not easy. Not easy. Jurassic
that was a
Park
tough
one.
is
Easy.
awesome.
Because that's literally neck and
Andrew
neck.
hasn't even seen Indiana Jones.
I have
He
now.
played the Lego
Okay.
game.
You just gotta think of when those came out and how
Toy
good
Story.
they were at that time.
Toy Story.
Yeah,
easy.
Toy
Toy
Story
Story all
versus
day.
Alien is the
Is the up for grabs here.
yeah.
We're
I
flying
guess.
through these next two boys.
Again,
Toy Story.
Alien was fire as fuck, but Toy Story.
Has anyone seen it?
series-
I haven't seen Alien.
I feel like Alien had a few flops.
I've
in
seen
there.
Alien. I've seen Alien versus
In
Predator.
there,
Yeah,
Go
Freddy,
I think-
yeah.
Toy
I think there
Story.
was an
California.
Alien 2 that I saw.
I
Yeah,
don't
this
yeah,
know.
this
Toy
one's pretty
Story.
easy. I think we're all doing Toy Story.
There is
wish
though
all
that
Toy Story
scene.
movies
There,
hit.
there is that scene that everyone talks about. It used to be like the scariest thing ever from Alien when the fucking thing pops out of the stomach. That
Yeah.
used to be one
Oh,
of the
yeah,
most
yeah.
scariest
tongue?
parts to everyone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, fuck it. Toy Story takes the
All
cake.
right. Yeah, that was a little bit easier one. Oh my
Star Wars
God.
versus Ocean's 11.
Oh,
I love the
Oh.
Ocean movies. I do.
Me too.
too, I
but-
love a
Oh
heist
man,
movie.
it's a tough one.
I'm going
You know
Oceans.
what? I think this is the one exception where the profitability comes into play. Like Star Wars is that guy. Like Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Star
Star
Wars
Wars
literally-
is that guy.
Star
We're
Wars
talking about
created a world off of
franchises. That's
nothing.
the most profitable franchise in the history of the world.
Which also to go
Star Wars is
backwards
what?
just for a second, have you guys watched the thing of the most profitable movie franchises? And it's
No.
like a graph and it just moves around. Because I was surprised to see that Jurassic Park did gross as much money as it fucking did. I forget what it was off the top of my head, but Jurassic Park like went all the way up for like 2 years and then
Really?
it dropped back down.
Is
Yeah.
Jurassic Park not the first live action dinosaur movie of like all time?
It
I
is.
think it
realistically?
was. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Should go back and give it a
Other
vote.
than
or-
the
And
dinosaurs
they actually
sitting
brought
around.
back dinosaurs for the movies, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, also dinosaurs were made up. Archaeologists are just burying bones trying to get rich. So think about that.
Shit. Well, I don't know how you gonna say it.
But
All right,
no,
so-
All right,
but
next
then-
one.
but
Star
on-
Wars.
Star Wars,
yeah,
I think we're all going Star
all
Wars.
day. Hey, but we're not including fucking
Ooh.
7, 8, 9.
Still.
Signs of the Lambs.
Yeah, so
that
Silence of the
is-
Lambs versus
Hannibal
Terminator.
Lecter is probably the best villain of all time.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
I think Terminator's the pick here.
T800 versus T1000.
Yeah, I mean T2 is like one of an amazing action. I mean, one of the best action movies. I think it's a bona fide where he comes out right off the rip and he's fucking butt naked.
Fuck, you're right. You're right.
It's so badass, and then he's getting
Fuck.
chased.
Yeah, you love seeing his ass.
Oh, I love that part.
Yeah,
I just
let's-
repel
let's- let's
I've
give
only
it a-
seen
let's-
that part.
Let's give it
actually.
over Sounds of the Lambs.
Yeah, I think Terminator. I pick Terminator here.
I'm going
Sounds of the
Terminator.
Lambs.
I'm going Signs of the Lambs.
Spence again.
I'm with Pav.
Sounds of the
Silence of the
Lambs.
Lambs.
Wow. All right.
Dude, Clarice. And then there's the whole scene in this.
I hate him.
There's the
Nah,
whole
silence.
one.
All
There's
right, I'm
the
with you, I'm
whole
with you.
one.
007.
Yeah, I'm going 007.
Yeah, 007.
the
007 versus
OG
Mission Impossible.
007.
Whoa,
If it
whoa,
wasn't
whoa, whoa,
for that,
whoa!
if it
Come on,
wasn't for
guys.
that, Mission Impossible wouldn't be a fucking thing.
100%.
exactly.
He's the
Come
OG.
on,
You
guys.
gotta do it. You
Sorry,
gotta
Josh.
go.
And then on top of that,
Double-
Daniel
You're not arguing
Craig
that.
did it better in modern day.
007
than-
doesn't have a bad, or I'm sorry, actually it does have a lot of bad movies. Mission Impossible doesn't have a bad movie to its
Yeah,
name.
but it has
Josh,
Tom
you've never even seen them
Cruise,
all.
so
I've not seen
But
them
I've only
all.
seen one.
Well, I've seen the other ones. I haven't
But
seen the
it
Daniel
has
Craig ones.
Tom Cruise.
how the
I'm
fuck
talking
have
about
you
Mission
not seen the
Impossible.
Daniel Craig
Yeah,
ones?
this
You
Because
guy- get him
Mission
off the
Impossible is
pod.
way
Get him
better to
off the
watch. Why would I even waste my time
Oh,
watching
get the
007?
fuck out of here.
God damn it.
007.
That's making himself look bad. Just
007.
lie and say you've seen them.
No, because I know Mission Impossible.
Toy Story.
Okay, Toy Story versus
Toy
Indiana
Story.
Jones.
Toy Story.
Indiana Jones is great, but I mean, Toy Story was just one of a
Can't beat
kind.
it. Yeah.
You-
Toy
You
Story.
can't beat
Yeah.
it. It's tough
Toy
to
Story.
beat
All
it.
right. Toy Story is taking it over Indiana Jones. Sorry if you're a fan, but you need to watch Toy Story.
Yeah, again, that's not even Harrison Ford's best role. Go ahead and check out Blade Runner.
This one's Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star
or
Wars.
Silence of the
Star
Lambs?
Wars.
Silence of the Lambs so good though.
Signs of the
Yeah.
Lambs is fucking great. The second Hannibal movie is fucking
Spence, you might
fantastic.
convince someone.
And I only say this because in the second movie, there's a whole scene where he literally like cuts off the top of someone's scalp and then it's just poking at their brain while they're trying to eat something. And the guy is like brain dead because of the way that he was operating on top of his head. One of the craziest fucking things. He takes a phone call at one point. Who's he calling? Clarice pops up again. He just wanted to fuck with her, let him know that he's out and about in the world.
Well, remember, that's the first one where he goes, "I'm eating a good friend from work's dinner."
Yeah, he
For
goes,
dinner
I'm,
tonight.
I'm eating a good friend.
I'm eating a good friend tonight.
Ugh.
Fire.
Disgusting, dude.
Star Wars.
All right.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star
that
Wars.
Again, I just
Okay.
want to make the argument. Dark Knight.
It's too good not to talk
Fuck
about.
Whoa,
Spider-Man.
okay, Spider-Man versus Dark Knight trilogy.
Good-
so these
good
are all the
matchup.
Spider-Man.
All right, no. Now that I'm looking at it, we got Tom Holland Spider-Man 3 movies versus Dark Knight 3 movies.
No,
we
I
should
think we
keep
do
it
all
that way
Spider-Man.
unless
Oh,
we're doing
man.
all
No, we gotta do
Batmans,
Tobey Maguire.
Unless
and-
we're
Oh, then
doing
we're doing all the Batmans?
Because then Batman is still taking the fucking cake.
Well, I mean, it
Correct.
says
Yeah.
there on the screen. Dark Knight
Batfleck
Fine,
kicked the
let's do
shit
this.
out of
Let's
It
do
is
all
franchise.
Robert
Spider-Man.
Patterson could kick the shit out of Tom Holland.
Let's do
Wait,
all
what? He
Spider-Man
has
movies
super
versus
strength.
all Spider-Man movies versus all Batman movies.
It doesn't change. I'm still.
That
Batman.
doesn't change it for me.
Batman.
Really?
Yep.
See, I
Dark
absolutely
Knight
hate
alone
Ben
takes the
Affleck being
cake.
Batman. So
No, well, Dark
I'm
Knight alone
going-
just takes the cake. So
Well, Ben
I
Affleck
absolutely
is
hate
Batman in
Affleck.
the DC universe, not really just a standalone Batman.
Well, there's
Maybe
Batman
I'm
and Robin too.
he's
There's
still
a few bad
If
Batmans.
you wear the suit, you're Batman. You're considered. You're
weren't
an
you
account.
talking down
What
on
about
Andrew
Batman
Garfield,
Begins, like the
7
animated-
years ago?
I enjoyed Andrew Garfield, man.
Oh, I was talking about Josh.
He's too pretty.
What about
Yeah,
our
exactly.
animated
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
from the '90s?
What about Michael
Amazing.
Keaton?
The
Michael
only
Keaton
Spider-Man
was a
that
good-
has a fighting
Michael
chance
Keaton was a
against the
good Batman.
Dark
That was
Knight
good. I don't know
is
why.
the Spider-Man from Spider-Verse. That is the only Spider-Man film. That
Yeah, what
can
about
compete
Spider-Verse?
with Dark Knight? But it doesn't.
I would say
because
Spider Verse is right up there with the Dark Knight, but I still think the Batman would
Dark
take the
Knight?
cake here.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll go Dark Knight too. I was just trying to
Yeah.
spice it up.
You asshole.
Because of Spider Verse, they could hang with their stuff. But if
It's
we're going
true.
just trilogy on trilogy, Dark Knight wipes any trilogy. And
That's
Yep.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Toy Story versus 007.
It's gonna be
007.
real interesting when Dark Knight
Really?
trilogy.
Honestly, I enjoy 007.
You guys
over
would go.
Toy
You'd
Story.
go 007 over Toy Story.
I would
Yeah.
go 007 over Toy Story.
Wow.
I'll go
what?
Toy
Bro,
Story.
I'll go
Bro,
Toy Story.
They've had so
Damn,
much
so I'm the
more.
tiebreaker.
I can't consciously vote for something that I'm voting for strictly over nostalgia when I'm
Yeah.
saying best franchises. I'm trying to be
That's
as
why it's all your opinion.
possible
If you
here.
enjoyed it more, I enjoyed.
But see, I
1 to
Let's go,
4
Mark.
was a great progression, especially because we got to see.
but you
Woody's
can watch
goodbye.
Toy Story now and still love it, and not even have to be off the nostalgia or.
Yeah, but if
I've
I'm gonna
seen
sit
them.
down, I'd rather watch 007 than I'd rather
Definitely.
watch.
Well, that's
If
because you
it's-
don't
if
want
it's
your
just-
family members walking in and watch you fucking or see you watching Toy Story.
Yeah,
I
crying
just turn
over.
porn on.
exactly.
Let me ask you this: Has a 007 movie ever touched your heart the way that Toy Story 3?
Yeah, but those
never
movies only
fucking
touch your
way
heart
to
once.
007.
Listen,
no,
you
there's
watch it for the
multiple
first
times
time,
when
it
it
touches
touches
your heart
three,
once.
three
don't
and
go back and
four
watch
still
it,
make me cry.
and then it
Three
touches
and
your heart
four.
again.
All right,
No,
just say
you're
you
just
have
picking
no
an
heart,
action
bro.
movie instead of a movie with heart, a movie with
Yeah.
action, and comedy in it.
But what are they gonna? They're gonna make new toys, and they're gonna bring in a whole new Toy Story.
Josh?
What are they gonna do with
Cash?
007? Have more fucking bad guys?
more
Yeah,
just
Idris
James Bond.
Idris
Oh, it's
Elba's
James
supposed to be
Bond from the
taking over.
multiverse?
No, dude, it's a
Idris
woman.
Elba's supposed to be taking over as
It's
the
a
next
woman
James Bond.
coming up.
Could be.
Supposed
That's
to
the girl
be.
that
I need to
plays,
see it first.
Miss Marvel or whatever her name is.
I'm going Toy Story.
Monica Rambeau.
I'm going Toy Story.
Those-
Josh, you're right. You
007.
convinced me. I'm going Toy Story.
Let's go.
All right, and I was going Toy Story.
Dark Knight.
Oh, Dark Knight versus
One
Star
Dark Knight.
Wars.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight versus Star
Hey,
Wars.
all right, hey, I'll leave it. I'll
But
give you
Aiden,
guys
what
a
about the new
funny
Disney
chance.
ones?
Who
I
gave
give
us
you guys-
Mandalorian?
I give you guys a chance. You
Gave us
pick.
fucking
You pick one trilogy from Star Wars: prequel, original, or
original.
the sequel.
Original.
All right,
Original.
original versus Dark Knight. Dark Knight is
Still
still,
beats
fucking
it.
clearing.
Nope.
Dark
Nope.
Knight is clearing.
Not a chance over
You're-
Strikes
original.
you
Back.
are
Hey, wait, how is
smoking-
Dark Knight clear when there's only 2 movies?
There's three,
There's three. Batman
dumbass.
Begins.
Oh, I guess if you
Oh.
That's
How
part
are
of
you
the
not about it?
trilogy.
It's the first movie of the trilogy.
It says it right there in the
Come on.
picture too.
And it's
We're not
Batman
going off of
fucking
that.
Great.
No, it literally
So
is
we're
Christopher
going off
Nolan like
just
it is.
one-
We're doing it
Dark
off of
Knight.
that, or we're
Nolan
doing
and
all
Christian Bale.
Batmans?
It's a Dark Knight.
Just Christian Bale. Just Christian Bale Batman.
Okay,
I think
so
it's Star
Batman
Wars
Begins
universe versus-
counts, dumbass. That's 3 movies.
We're doing just Christian Bale
That's
Batman
a
for
trilogy, 3 movies.
No,
We're
he's
going
saying
off-
hypothetically. If you were to put it up against any of the Christian Bale trilogy, none of them would win. But I don't know. I think I might take Star Wars
I think it's
here.
Star
and
Wars
I'm,
I'm-
on this
I'm
record for the
still,
most
I'm still taking
opinions
Dark
changed.
Knight.
There
bro.
are a million
I'm
Batman
going Star
movies.
Wars.
There's only one Star Wars world. There's only
Nope,
one universe.
sorry.
on.
Nope.
Star Wars easily takes a cake.
Nope.
Star
What about
Wars.
Star
Sorry.
Trek?
Nope. Star Wars
Batman's
is still
cool.
a bigger world than Batman. Yeah, Batman's cool. But if we're talking story building in a franchise in whole, we're Star Wars all day. They're wiping
Yeah.
Brian,
everyone.
he would be
They're
more.
wiping
Yeah.
Marvel.
Batman would be
I'm
more
going Star
badass with the lightsaber.
You gotta think
Am I
that
wrong?
Star
No,
Wars was
sorry.
absolutely nothing. Star Wars
Batman
was
was
an idea.
Marvel
badass
didn't
'cause
even make it past
he
Star
is
Wars
just
is an
a-
absolute
he's just
idea,
a troubled
and it
guy that
turned
was like,
into
I'm
an
gonna go
entire
beat the shit out of
world.
these criminals.
All right.
Okay, so I think
let's-
it's Star
Wars
Wars.
is a little
Let's
pussy.
vote.
Oh,
It takes
my
one
dad
slash
was
of a damn
bad.
lightsaber to
Oh,
kill Christian
my
Bale.
God. Oh yeah, is it like
Dead.
that, bro? Because
Yeah,
in
it
these
is.
latest Star Wars shows, you want to bring up a lightsaber doesn't do shit.
No, well, let's bring up the
Motherfuckers
latest
are
Batman
getting
then. Let's bring
stabbed
up the
left
latest
and right.
Batman then, Bob.
Oh, Robert Pattinson, the best Batman to come around. Fuck
Let's
outta
bring up
here.
even the one before
What you
that.
want?
Ben
Oh,
Affleck.
Batfleck? Batfleck was fucking sick.
Let's do Batman versus Superman. What is that, the
Batman,
greatest
exactly.
movie
Batfleck
in
again. That
franchise
was the
history?
coldest intro to a Batman.
All right, is
movie
there
of all
anyone
time.
It's a
Star Wars.
commercial for
Brian?
fucking Kia or whatever.
No, just
Toyota.
him. Star Wars.
Okay,
I was
he's
worth the
dying on that
battle. I
hill alone.
100%
Toy
love
Story versus Star Wars.
Star Wars all day.
I'll go Star Wars.
Star
here.
Wars.
Star Wars is going to take the cakes. Toy Story is great, but not against Star Wars.
Okay, this is our big
All that
finale
effort you
here.
put into Toy Story, Josh. You're just gonna go Star Wars.
I know I have to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Star Wars.
Here's a big
Star Wars versus Harry Potter. This is for the win, the best franchise in our opinion.
championship. I feel like this was kind of predicted, at least
I-
given the movies that we
I-
have.
I
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
crazy how
thought
easy
this was
this
gonna
one is.
happen.
I was happy to see Star Wars when I was on the other side, and I kind of
What
figured
was
it
the
in.
final four right there? What was the final four?
Star Wars, Dark
Star Wars,
Knight, Harry
Toy
Potter,
Story.
Men in
No, it was the
Black.
Dark Knight.
There, let
I think
me-
it's-
Isn't
I think
Dark
it's-
Knight right there in the bottom?
No, it'd be Star Wars.
Oh yeah, my bad,
Toy
my bad.
Story,
Oh no, yeah.
Harry Potter, and then I don't know what was up top.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yes.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. Yeah,
So
sorry.
Lord of
That's
the
a
Rings,
great-
Harry Potter.
That's crazy.
That's
that
a
Toy
great Final
Story is
Four.
in the top
It
four.
really is a solid
With these
top four.
other three movies.
But Toy Story doesn't have a bad movie to its name.
correct.
Whereas Star Wars has that new trilogy, but it's Star Wars. Like overall, it's Star Wars. Like it's iconic. What it did for film,
And that's
everything.
why
and-
I'm going to use that argument against you for this next one. Everyone sucks its dick because it's Star Wars. That new trilogy, other than Episode 7,
Is garbage.
sucked dick.
Okay, what about Fantastic Beasts?
Fantastic Beasts was good. Did you
Whoa!
watch them?
Oh, it's better than Mandalorian. Any of the new stuff that Star Wars has
Yeah,
put
no
out?
way is that
Absolutely
great.
not.
I've
again,
heard
No,
it
but it's
said-
better than the last.
Sorry,
Jedi.
I heard
that's
the
a
Wait,
first
Papa, are we getting a
TV
new? Are we getting
That's
a
a
new?
TV show.
Are we getting a new
Signed
14,
on with
14
fucking
two
Disney,
season
bro. You are sucking
new release
dick
of
right
Andor?
now.
Okay,
Oh,
New Harry
bro,
Potter?
Andor is so good. There's no Harry Potter TV
Spencer.
show. Stop.
Harry
bringing up
Potter's
TV.
done.
Yes, sir.
Nothing's ever happening again.
Bro,
watch it a
okay, so
million times 'cause
in
it's
your
over
opinion,
with.
Fantastic
Bro,
Beasts,
Star
really
Wars
quick.
Never
could have
coming
The
back.
ended-
first one's good, right?
They
then the
tried. with
rest
Fantastic
aren't.
First one is
Beasts, and that
great,
was-
yeah.
And then the rest aren't, right?
Aiden, suck a dick right now.
I wouldn't say bad.
Okay.
Daniel Radcliffe's is right in front of you right now, man.
I have
You start
rewatched
talking in a British
I'm gonna
accent.
shake that young man's hand and
the
say,
third
You're gonna
one.
shake 'em
I didn't see in theaters, so I watched it for the first time recently, so I haven't rewatched it yet.
Okay.
The first one's great. Fantastic Beast for sure.
But then the
Second
rest.
one was pretty good.
Okay.
Third one I only watched once, so I'm still kind of.
well, it also
I gotta
kind of
watch it
sucked
again.
because of the whole Johnny Depp thing. They had to
That's
take
kind
him
of what
out
I'm.
it.
Yeah,
And
if they didn't do that, I would definitely. be
I've not.
Amber-
I've seen the Harry Potters. I've not seen Fantastic Beasts.
Amber
From what I've
Heard,
heard,
Amber Turd, whatever you want to call her, kind of fucked up what they had going for Fantastic Beasts.
You're not far off by saying that, Josh. But I mean, me personally, I would say they're good. But
okay, yeah, because I've heard the first one's good. It doesn't stand up to any Harry Potter movies,
Yeah.
but the second and third one just weren't.
No, it was just cool because it was like an expansion of the world,
Good. Okay,
and you get to
Yeah,
see it
definitely.
like pre like everything.
worth
yeah,
a watch.
it
You
is
think?
a prequel to the Harry
Pre-con.
Potters, which is cool, and it takes place in America instead of.
So you'd say it's worth a watch? That
Oh,
show?
I would definitely say worth a
100%.
watch, yeah.
All
Okay.
three of them are.
Okay.
Yeah. Even
Alright.
even though the general consensus is the second two are not very good,
Yeah.
I would say it's worth a watch. Just
Well,
to-
because my whole point was going to be like with Star Wars, I think Force Awakens Episode 7 is a good movie still. I don't think
I
it's
agree.
I don't think it touches the
I think so.
originals,
No, well,
but I
okay,
think 8 and
will
9 are
say-
shit. I
The
will
hype
say,
behind it.
I will say
Yeah.
7 is still great, but then when you get to the ending and you realize that they fuck over Finn as a
Oh,
character,
they
is where
fuck it
they
up
lose
so
me.
bad.
Is where they lose me. Like I remember
he had
even
so
in the
much potential.
theater,
He should have been the
I
main
turned
character.
and looked to Nick Pell and I go, "What the fuck is this?"
He should have been the lead after that.
He
first.
should have. I don't know why they fucking hyped him up. And honestly, I think it was just backlash because people didn't want him to be the fucking character.
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, fuck, like, we're gonna have to change this. Let's make Ray the character, like, that's gonna be a Jedi. Like, fuck you. Ray
Yeah,
would have been
they
a
reduced his
great
role to just
supporting.
being Ray's sidekick and yelling
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
and winning the war for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
again, that's why, though, I
And even
can't
towards the
say
end, they could have had them like
7
team up and both been the key main people. But
Yeah,
No, and
How
they
butchered the
completely
fuck out
they
of
wanted
it.
to bring Kylo
and
Ren
that's
into the
why
movie.
like the hype behind Seven makes me want to think it's a good movie. But when I think about the ending, Seven wasn't a good movie. Like
It was
the
an
ending
okay
alone
movie.
No, it was a
ruined
good
all.
movie.
I'll give it an okay
wasn't.
movie.
It really wasn't. It's just like on top of that, then you realize the Skywalker family is just fucked. Like just eliminate all Skywalkers and everything will be fine in the world.
We got Finn.
Basically,
We got Poe Allen. We got Babu Frick.
BB-8.
We got Kylo Ren.
Ahsoka
BB-8.
might come back.
Yeah. Come on. Star Wars is on the come up.
Okay,
right
well
now,
let's
though.
let's
That's another
individually.
thing, too.
Again, you keep
mean,
bringing up these
Rogue
shows
One
after
and
they got
Solo were
signed
also
to
great films.
fucking Disney.
They were great.
Solo was amazing.
Doesn't matter.
Mandalorian
does,
too.
because
Solo was great.
fucking
And you know what was even
Disney
better
is
than
a-
Solo, Spencer? Rogue
Rogue One.
One.
Rogue One was great.
Rogue One.
Rogue One was not better than Solo.
Rogue One is
you are
It
might
is
be
much
the
better than
best Star
Solo.
Wars movie of all
Rogue
time.
One was trash.
It might be the
Wow.
best Star Wars
Rogue
movie of all
One
time.
was
Wow.
terrible.
Revenge of the
Wow.
Sith.
Okay, so let's
Rogue
individually
One.
go through and vote. Aiden, do you want to start?
Yeah. I mean, you already know my answer.
Yeah.
My thing to sell someone over on this one, which I don't know how you could possibly be on the fence between these two great franchises. But one is obviously
Step
It's
greater
ahead.
tough.
than
I
the
think
other
it's
one.
tough.
I guess you could say
Harry
it's tough
Potter is
if
such a
you-
step ahead that
Yeah,
Whoa.
it is a step ahead. But imagine this. Imagine it is 19 when did episode
These
4 come out?
dumbasses
And you're
were
going
hyped
to the
that
theater
credits
to
were
go
sideways.
see Star Wars and you have no idea what it is. You never even heard of it. And you're still alive to this day watching every single thing that Lucasfilms is pushing out.
And
For
I'm
that
gonna
same franchise that you
follow-
enjoyed when you were a little kid going to the movie theater.
I'm gonna follow up.
It's
Again,
to
I
even
got to bring in
better.
the longevity
It's
where
even better.
the
That's
quality
why
is decreasing as
nostalgia
years go
is
on.
bad
But no,
for
but you
fucking
can't-
movies, dude.
you
It's
can't say
all
that it
pure
gets
nostalgia
worse.
is what you're talking about. You're
It
talking
is.
about, oh, if you were a little boy and you saw the first
You
Star
use the same
Wars.
argument for Harry Potter too. I'm excited. to
It's
see
not
that.
True.
that.
Yeah, but that's 100%. That's it's all opinion. I enjoy Star Wars.
I
Star
don't
Wars is by
know.
far the
You
greatest
know,
franchise
I
of every
love the
single
shit out
one.
of
That's
Star
why it's in the
Wars.
top. That's why it's in the final two. You know, I mean, you just
Yeah.
got to think of what is still going on in Star Wars. They have Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni taking over all the television. And,
Okay, again, this is all Disney
they
shit
have-
later on
and
down
wait,
the line.
but that doesn't
This
matter.
isn't
That's
shit
just
that has to
that's
do
in
with what the
general.
movies
That
were. The
just goes to
movies are
show
fucking shit. I don't care about the
how
shows.
much the little you keep all you keep talking about is the
What
four,
the movies that are
four
fucking
newest ones.
trash? The movies that are trash? Yes, I
Brian
am
thinks
talking
Star
about
Wars
those.
is trash. Brian
he thinks
hates
Star Wars
Star
is
Wars.
trash.
Oh, whoa, didn't
So
say
when it's
that.
4 against 1 on
Didn't
Star
say
Wars
that.
and Harry
George
Potter,
Lucas?
I mean,
Brian, do
we
you
know
think
that
this
this
is
guy likes
close
Harry
or
Potter.
no?
Do I think this is close?
Yeah, like between this matchup, do you think it's
Movie-wise-
close or franchise wise?
Movie-wise,
We're
It's
doing
not movie-wise, it's
franchises.
franchise-wise.
Franchises. It's not just movies. It's franchises.
that's not even fair then, because the movies.
Yeah, there you go.
The fucking
You've been doing this the
shows
whole night, Brian. It's
had
always
a,
been
that's my vote
such
for
a
every single
giant
one.
budget. Fuck
Oh
out of
my
here.
God.
They got
Dude,
the
these kids
Disney
were like
money now.
8 years old getting paid like 100 whatever they were getting paid.
$100.
I guess you could say that, $100.
Shit's mint, dog.
What's their fucking currency in the UK?
Okay, so Aiden's Star Wars, Spence. Star Wars? What are you thinking here?
See, I don't know how it's hard. man.
If we're doing franchise, I got to go Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew?
It's not even close. Star Wars.
Easy Star Wars. Brian? Closing thoughts?
Just say Star Wars, man.
Just say Star Wars. Let's end this.
Star
huh?
Wars is quality.
Honestly, if it was
Star Wars.
based off the movies too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
So Star Wars.
It was
takes
worth the
0-1.
argument. But again, if this wasn't franchises and this was just movie, Harry Potter's taking the cake.
Yeah.
Disney, though, if they fuck up another movie, I'm not watching Star Wars anymore. Star Wars is shit after that.
Yeah.
But also, Andor has already came out as an 86, so I'm very excited to see that.
I'm really excited for that.
That
Yeah.
show is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's a three episode premiere.
yeah.
Yep.
And then
What is that, next week?
What was the total?
Yep.
15 in the season?
We will cover that.
Is it 15, Josh?
No, it's 12.
12?
12 this season, 12 next season.
All right.
So,
So-
it's still okay. So 10 weeks, basically.
Yeah, it is confirmed getting 2 seasons. So
Yeah, they're already filming the second one, aren't they?
And that leads right up to Rogue
that's
One.
insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, the only reason I said Rogue One was bad because the second time I fucking fell asleep.
No, but,
the next
So,
day.
I
and
mean,
I
but
had
Star
worked
Wars
night shift.
deserves the number one spot.
It does. I can't
Oh,
believe
it
Marvel
does.
got knocked out in the first round.
I'm glad it did though. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I mean,
that it
but
did,
you-
'cause
I'm
Marvel
watching Lord of the Rings.
oversaturated. Dude, you should.
I
I'm
know.
telling you,
For
you're
sure.
gonna enjoy them way more than. Well, I can't say way more because again, that was the only good thing about Marvel. We went through these 20 movies just to lead up to fucking
No, but
Endgame.
I
And,
feel
you
like
know,
we just saw the
Endgame
first
takes the
seed get
cake.
knocked out in the first round, though.
Nah, fuck it, dude.
that's an
I
upset.
want.
Yeah,
I
That
hope
is a
Disney-
huge upset.
Upset
I
for
hope
sure.
Disney
Yeah,
is
that's
listening
20
right now and they took note that their movies suck dick right now.
Disney's one of our last downloads last week when we.
I'll be honest. I thought Jurassic Park was going to go farther. I thought Marvel was going to go farther. I'm shocked that.
I thought Jurassic Park was gonna make it one more round. I didn't think
I
it was
did
gonna go
too.
all the way.
See, like,
I
it's
thought
hard when
it
they
would
go
be
up
that-
against
I thought it'd get.
something that
I
you
thought it'd make
enjoy.
Final
Because
Four.
I always kind of thought Indiana Jones was cheesy, to be honest.
You gotta go back and rewatch
liked
them,
it.
man.
It does change a little bit, but that Raiders first movie,
Yeah, and again, just based off the first movie, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
Was
Well,
it
let's-
1980 something? It came out.
Pirates got snubbed first round. I'm still a little.
Yeah,
bummed
that's
about
another
that.
one. That's another
yeah,
one too.
that's not. I wish that was in the other bracket.
What do
Hey,
you guys think that they left out? What's
Uh,
what's a franchise you would think they left out?
I mean, they
the
could have added some
Insidious
more.
franchise could have gone pretty far. I
Mhm.
almost feel like
Yeah, they could have added more.
Possibly.
Pixar
Insidious
movies,
1,
too.
2, and 3 were good.
Oh my god, they forgot Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Ghostbusters.
They had to
that's a
forget
staple.
Ghostbusters.
Because
right
again,
there.
the newest Ghostbusters 2 is just like 2049, where like it wasn't pure nostalgia.
That's
They
good.
just made a world where everyone was in it, and like here you
Yeah.
go. Here's a new movie.
Ghostbusters, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
I
Hunger
would
Games
have
could've-
had.
I almost
Hunger
Hunger Games would have got
and
knocked
Divergent,
though.
I guess.
Hunger
Nah,
Games would have got
Divergent-
knocked. I feel like first round.
Depends
what
it's up
depending on
against.
what,
I love
yeah,
Hunger
depending on
Games.
what it was going. up
Maze
against.
Runner. Maze Runner's another one that
Based
wasn't
off
up there.
of- Based off
Trash.
like what was on the list,
good.
like I think Hunger Games would have got knocked.
I feel like Back to the Future is a big one. That
Back
gets
to the
knocked out.
Future would've been
Like,
fire.
That one I'm
Freddy,
shocked wasn't on there.
So the what is considered a franchise? Because obviously a trilogy is 3. Is a franchise?
I think they
over
considered
3?
a trilogy or more franchise.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seemed like. Well, Blade Runner is
One-
only 2.
Oh
One
yeah.
thing that I think
well,
we should
but
definitely try.
they do have the TV show coming, so I think that's why they consider it a franchise.
Oh, but it's not out yet. So how do you?
And John Wick trilogy.
John Wick.
John
John Wick.
John Wick
Fourth
would have
movie.
definitely taken 007, I think.
What were
Yeah.
you saying,
Yeah,
Andrew?
yeah.
Uh, One thing I think we should try and do, because this definitely went well. We're gonna. I
Oh,
Oh,
think we
this
should
went
do.
really well.
We'll do maybe shows too, like TV shows. If we could get some of the, I think that could be kind of.
Yeah, there's a ton of
Good.
cool brackets that you could do.
Put Prison Break in there so I could shit on it again.
Yeah, we could even do like Marvel
else could we
superheroes or whatever you guys wanted to do. Or there's a ton of different ones. So, or horror. We could do one that's just scary movies, or just one
I
that's
think
comedies.
maybe
Yeah,
October
well,
horror movies.
Yeah, do you want to wrap
Yeah.
up October with that? All right, and can I make my announcement as to what movie we're gonna do for the first scary?
Well,
movie rewind?
yeah. So next week for our rewind, our next episode is going to be This Is the End. They recently just put it on Netflix, and we wanted to hit it with a comedy right before we went to October, because October, for those 4 weeks, those 4 Tuesdays, we want to hit it with a horror / scary movie every
It's getting
single week.
spooky.
Yep. And Brian is picking our first horror movie that first week, October
Ooh.
4th. Brian, what are you picking?
So I'm going with this movie. It was on Netflix about 3 years ago, and that's when I watched it for my first time. It's called As Above, So Below. One of the scariest movies I've seen. It's like one of those ones where it's not like jump scare spooky, but the more and more you watch, you would just freak the fuck out. And when you get the premises, you will understand why it's scary. This movie, I think, deserves recognition, and that's why I want to do it as the first. Like,
Okay.
I could have done something like John Carpenter's Halloween, classic. Could have done the
Yep.
first Scream, classic. But
Yep.
no, this is a movie I think deserves recognition. People should throw it on their list if they're gonna watch scary movies throughout October. Rent this movie on fucking Prime, or go ahead, be a pirate and get it online.
Yeah.
But
And that's the
Above,
thing too.
So
A few of
Below.
us are scaredy cats. Like, I don't go out of my way to watch scary movies.
No,
I'll get like
I'm
an H
driving.
once or twice a year. And
Yeah, I have to drive all the way to Grand Rapids just to watch this with Brian.
with Brian.
Hey, brother,
yeah.
I'll hold you in my arms. We can watch it. If it makes you guys feel any better, there's a semi-happy ending.
I think we need to watch Hereditary, man. I've never seen it. I heard
No,
it's
I've
the
never seen
it
most
either.
Uneasy,
So,
scariest
like-
movie of all
So
time.
like
so.
I was gonna pick Hereditary, But the thing was that a lot of people already know about it. And I want to talk about As Above, So Below because I think it is so fucking great and doesn't get talked about enough. Like I said, I just watched it for the first time in 2019, honestly, 2018, and had never, like, I had heard about it, but never heard anyone talk about it. And actually, me and Meeker had watched it. And that was like, I was scared to fuck. Like, I didn't go to bed till like 4 a.m. that night.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Spencer, so much for being
Yeah,
on.
thank you.
Obviously, we're gonna have you again.
Of
We want you
course.
for House of the
Oh,
Dragon.
yeah.
So
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Always.
But thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next time for This Is the End Rewind. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys.
See you,
See you,
boys.
boys.
Peace out.
Yeah.
See you next episode.
Guys.